He says, no, he's not. There's all kinds of stuff there. But about twice a year, I think, Courtney, you say you do these auctions, right?
There you go, Mark. You finally got it.
Am I doing something wrong? Is he on? Hello? I have him pulled up. Can you check out that line for me, please, and see why I can't pull him up here? I think I have him. Shannon, if you could. Yeah, he might be on, he might not be. But anyway, let me try it again. Courtney. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can, sir. So now, Courtney, at 1 o'clock, the things start closing. Now, people can go on now and bid, right? But at 1 o'clock, the first item closes, and then explain how it works. Because if they haven't gone on, I want them to do it today, rollerauction.com. Look for buy and build kitchen and bath. You should be on the front page. And then bidding, you click the bidding button. What happens today now?
Today, starting at 1 o'clock, you'll see the first 3 items will close at 1 o'clock. Then the next 3 items will close at 1:01, and every minute 3 items will close. Now, if you're involved in active bidding on that item when it closes and somebody outbids you with 30 seconds left, it does go into extended bidding for a couple minutes and gives you a chance to counter bid, which is kind of a nice opportunity.
Yeah.
And there's so many good deals to be had right now.
Right now, you have some things that you can get for pennies, literally.
Absolutely. There's all sorts of floor coverings. There's tile, there's hardwood flooring, there's laminate flooring. We've got full sets of kitchen cabinets. Some of the cabinets right now are going for just over $100 per cabinet. And as you know, prices have gone up a lot in this industry, and cabinets are costing $300, $400, $500 per piece. There's some really amazingly good deals to be had at this
Courtney,
auction.
what happens if something doesn't get bid on? What happens?
If there's no bid at all on it, I end up taking it back to my warehouse. But if somebody bids $5 on something that's worth $500, it sells for $5.
See, that's why, oh my God, that's why you have to go, if you did nothing else, but go on there and buy something that hasn't been bid on, because there is no reserve. Isn't that correct?
That's correct. There's
no
no
reserve
on any
auction.
of these items.
Courtney, I remember you were pissed off one time, and I mean in a lighthearted way pissed off. Some guy got hardwood flooring. I think it was 70 cents or something a foot. It was the most ridiculous price. This was years ago. I don't know if you remember that, but man, you said, know, these were some of the best deals people ever got. And I
mean, for me, it doesn't help me because I'm not making as much money on it when they sell like that. But it does keep buyers quite interested to know that you can win a lot of hardwood flooring for 50 cents.
Okay, now
a square foot that's worth $5 a square foot.
So we're talking really good stuff. We're talking countertop materials, cabinets. We're talking not light fixtures, right? Are there light fixtures?
Yeah, we have.
Good.
We have some light fixtures.
Plumbing fixtures, vessels, sinks, all kinds of stuff. Now, what's the weirdest thing? You said your brother put some stuff. He has a liquidation place. Have you come up with any weird stuff?
Yeah, if you look towards the end of the auction, there's all sorts of little gift items and stuff, and there's some really funny things. There's Play-Doh, Fun Factory kind of stuff in there. There's Stretch Armstrong hot dogs. There's bicycle locks. There's earbuds.
Oh man, you used to.
Little
One
gift
time I
items.
remember you guys had guitar amplifiers.
Yes. We used to have a contact where we were getting musical instruments. We do not have any musical stuff at this auction, but we do have beer signs. And I'm looking right now. I mean, we even have Turf Builder fertilizer for your front yard.
I saw a hot tub.
Hose
Oh yeah,
reels.
hot tub too, huh?
Yeah, there's a 30 jet spa corner hot tub in there. It comes with an inflatable cover that's inside the hot tub right now, and it'd be perfect for a back
What's the
patio
bid
or
on
something.
that
It's
right
pretty
now?
Small, 3-person. I think it's at $1,900 right now
Wow.
for a 31 jet spa that, I mean, would be cool to have in your back patio.
Okay, that is rollerauction.com. Look for buy and build. And, of course, don't forget buy and build itself. If you want deals, buyandbuild.net. Hey, we might actually call you this afternoon if it's okay, Courtney, right after it starts closing. Will you have time to talk?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Hey,
give me a
let's
holler.
put a tickler in the show to call him back. Thank you. All right, now I want to go to the phones. My peeps, Crystal has a follow-up. Crystal, what's going on? This issue with the neighbor. Oh, my goodness. Let me explain this. So Crystal called and said, hey, I had a dumpster, and what I did was I had some cleanup I'm doing. I rent a dumpster, and my neighbor, who's in the construction business, all of a sudden starts using it. They put some construction debris in it. And then I told you, why don't you just talk to him and ask him to chip in or whatever? What's going on with that?
Hi, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't the neighbor. It's just like a couple blocks down. where
Oh,
the
okay.
access is-
But there were two young men,
Yeah.
you said, I think, that have,
Yeah.
and what do? They do a
They
construction
do
business.
construction.
Yeah.
When I drove up to the house, one of them is they have like a truck with a sign construction, and then the roommate is a construction worker too.
So what happened?
So-
Did anything
They never
change or
called
what?
back. No, nobody
Yeah,
ever
we
followed
had you
up.
on tour.
'Cause
I think we
told-
had you on yesterday. I said we were going to bring you back and see what we can do about this. Maybe we'll even call
Yeah.
him. But was it a one-time thing or is it continuing? Do you know?
No, it's just one time because nothing else ended up in the dumpster today.
Did you end up
So,
having to
it
get
just
another dump on it or something?
Yeah, like did you run out of room because of it?
I'm at 90% full, and I'm still not done filling it.
So is it going to result in,
okay.
like, how do they work when you rent a dumpster? Do they come, I thought they come and empty it for you and then you keep it there. Are you paying by the month? How does it work with that one?
No, I just bought it for one time for $600, almost $600, and I'll have it for 2 weeks. And then if it goes above the line, like above the dumpster, they charge you more. So I didn't work out any deals like for them. To
How do you
come
know
and dump
then,
it.
if they're not neighbors, how do you know who exactly did that?
Because of the boxes in there, it has their shipping labels on it.
But the boxes, then you had old windows too, right?
Yeah, the windows were with the boxes. They were all together. Like you could tell they threw because there was a box, and then there was the windows, and then there was another box. right on top of the windows.
In another world, I might, in the middle of the night, bring that back and drop it off on their lawn. How much stuff
Well,
is
those
it?
people might not even know. They
don't
probably
think
had
they
a
do that. I have
contractor
to
No,
there.
ask
hold on. No. Those guys, that shipping address is to these two guys that live there, and they're in the construction biz.
Oh.
Isn't that the story, Crystal?
Yeah, yep, that's exactly because he said his roommate he kicked him out because he wasn't paying rent, and I said, well, does your roommate? do
Wait, so you? Oh,
construction
wait.
too?
So
And
you
he
did
said, yeah.
talk to him already?
Yeah, no, I talked to the guy that owns the house or lives there, and he said he would contact the
Oh,
roommate.
so he's blaming.
and-
Hold on. He's blaming
Yeah.
someone who used to live with him.
Yes.
Well, that
Because
might be true.
because
You
it's
know,
open
that
name.
might. He might. You know,
Yeah.
maybe he has nothing to do with it. I amend my recommendation.
Haven't you ever done it? You've never dumped anything, or have you? And someone, of course, all of us
Hold on.
have.
I've dumped a cup of coffee. I was driving and I flung it over my car. I have never dumped. No, and I'm serious. I've never dumped anything
in
in
a lot of stuff they put.
I've never dumped anything in someone else's dumpster like that, a construction dumpster. I have been places where, like, I had a litter bag in my car, you know what I mean, stuff, and I'd be behind a supermarket, and I would throw stuff in there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Same thing,
I've
no
done
difference.
That. But I haven't done, like, heavy-duty stuff to take
We
somebody.
used to have a refrigerator downstairs, and that kind of disappeared.
What does that mean?
It means it went into a dumpster somewhere. It sure as hell didn't go to my house when I got rid of it.
Oh, you dumped it here.
I'm not saying where I dumped it, nor am I going to say if I did dump it.
Hey, Crystal, what do you want us to do? I mean, this guy.
I don't know.
I was going to contact the neighbor, but I don't think we should. If you already did, and he said, "Look, we had to get rid of my roommate. He's the one that did it." Do you have a name and a contact number for that roommate?
No, I give them my phone number. I have their names, both of their names.
Well, you do have the offender's name. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's have is Doc home? Deputy Doc. Deputy Doc, can you Kachina? Let's give this to Deputy Doc to call over to that guy to see if we can get a handle on the other guy.
Michael Brown here from my friends at Citywide Banks, a division of HTLF Bank. Now, if you're looking for a true financial partner, one that's going to focus on your company's growth and will help you achieve your goals, then look no further. At Citywide Banks, a division of HTLF Bank, they keep decision-making at the local level, and their bankers focused on providing you impactful solutions for your business. Learn more about how they are enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time. Get connected today at citywidebanks.com.
HTLF Bank is member FDIC.
Hey, let's talk to Mark Szymanski at GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Now, spring is here, and it's time to start working outdoors, and you don't do better than Mark, because Genesis Total Exteriors says Total Exteriors. Mark, what do you got going on?
I tell you what, Tom, now's the time to start booking, whether you need windows, siding, or even if you haven't done your roof yet because of the hailstorms that happened last year, now's the time to get going on that so you don't run out of your insurance money. And now's a great time to start booking painting on the outside of your house, too. You walk around your house. If you don't keep up with your paint, it affects the siding underneath it, and it starts to deteriorate, and it becomes a bigger problem. It's much cheaper to paint than replace siding.
Of course it is. And you can take the siding and even convert them to stucco, right?
You bet. I tell you what, it adds so much value to your house to add a hard coat stucco, or maybe even some stone in the lower part and put stucco above. It just improves the curb appearance dramatically, improves the value of your home dramatically. There's no better way to upgrade your house in the way it appears than adding some stucco and stone to it.
Love dealing with you. I've done business with you before. You've been a sponsor for many years. You can trust this company, GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509, 303-679-8509. Now, you hear me say this all the time. Who do I not want you to use on my list? Who? Well, John Fuller's a personal injury attorney. I don't want you to use him. And here's Joe Lazzara. He's a criminal defense attorney. I hope you never need him. But if you do, you never want to shop when you're under pressure. LazzaraLegal.com, Lazzara. Hey, I'm not going to fool around and make believe no one ever needs a defense attorney. DUIs, you need a defense attorney. Don't ever try to do it alone, even if you want to plead guilty. Seriously. Joe Lazzara, 303-429-6200. Flat rate pricing, free consultations, 303-429-6200. Beat the spring cleaning rush by calling my heroes at Okay.
I'm assuming my code works for this. It looks like it did because I put in my
Bonnie,
code and a bunch of seats came
okay,
up.
let me tell them. Now this is
So they're probably like with fees, Tommy. You're looking at $500 a ticket.
No, I know. The tickets are $500 each.
Did I just hear zero resified?
To become zerofied.
Zero resified. Look at you and your addiction.
No, they told me to do that.
Oh, thank God.
Be sure how many. I must be sure.
Aspen said he's paying that today.
Okay, cool.
How many and if your friends. I don't know why he thinks his friends will pay. They're all like.
And do you want to give me your card, or do you want me to put it on my card and just
No.
transfer
We'll put it on mine.
Ask Bonnie on a separate note. Did he get the full? Did he get the invite for the self-driving?
Okay, hang on a minute.
Wait. Hold on. No. Don't tell him. I got to tell you what happened. I got to tell you what happened. And we were just thinking about that. And if your friends are paying. God almighty, I can't type today. It's almost like I'm a 70-year-old man.
Make sure those friends will.
And do you want me to put it on your troubleshooter card, or do you want to give me a
Troubleshooter,
card?
yeah. Well, now, but I'm going to wait for it to hear me. Now, Mark, listen. He took an update on his car, and he calls me and says, Dad, I have full self-driving today. And I said, what? He says, it's drive me all over town, turn signals, everything. He said, that's a $15,000 option. Did you buy it? I said, fuck no. So how did he get it? It's on his car. Is it temporary?
I don't know if it's temporary. It's not on my card temporary. I have to opt in.
How did he get it?
How the fuck
Then why
would I
did you
know?
say, did he get his invitation? What does that mean?
They sent me an
I
email.
can show you the email, yeah.
But it's registered in your name, right?
Yeah.
Well, whatever email you guys use is what it would come to.
He said he has.
Might. They're offering me a 30-day trial.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have ProBid Energy with us for solar, so feel free to ask questions about that. And we're going to talk, if you want to text me, 57739. Of course, you know how we love solar, if done the right way. Also, I want to remind you that Water Pros has the best water systems at the lowest prices, bar none. If you want soft water, purified water, get rid of the chemicals, get rid of the plastics. People, this is, honest to God, I believe, a crisis. People don't talk about it. You hear them talk about climate change. You hear them talk about air pollution. You don't hear them talk about water. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Now, Kim has a problem with Ticketmaster. In fact, are we on with Ticketmaster right now, Suze? Is that what you're on, Ticketmaster, or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
AXS.
Oh, okay. What's going on? Because I'm trying to get tickets for my kid on something, and Suze has the connections.
No, I am on Ticketmaster.
Oh, I'm
Tom.
sorry.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Why do you have a connection? Why was he not able to do it and you can? Do you have a special login or what?
No, I just signed up through the artist.
But why do you so why do you so you get in before anyone else?
Yeah, I got in yesterday. Yeah.
But
and
why are-
here's the other thing you have to do. You have to be patient because tickets will disappear and then more tickets will reappear.
Okay, because he
So I
said,
didn't
Dad,
know
they're
that
all
till
gone,
yesterday.
man. He said they're all
No,
gone.
if you wait a little bit, some more reappear. It's like
Yeah.
they dump
So
more
I
in.
just texted him, and you're texting him because I want to snag him, but I want to make sure he's going to make good on him for his friends because I just want to make sure they're going to pay their share, and we're on there right now. So what's your issue, Kim?
Hey, I called to let you know I try to get tickets for Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Online actually, and I picked my seats out and everything, and went to check out. Tried to use PayPal. They didn't accept it, so I put another credit card in. Was not accepted.
Oh, mine
So,
didn't. No, hold on. When my son went in yesterday and put in, there were some tickets available when he went in. He put in our card. It was rejected. I gave him 2 cards. They were both rejected. Then they sent me an email saying, did you make this purchase? And I said, yes. Then they said, okay, tell the merchant they can resubmit it. Well, we didn't, and we lost out because I called him back and he said, now they're gone. So this is common with Ticketmaster. It's common with certain apps. If you make a purchase, they make you confirm it.
Okay, well,
In fact,
errors in the first-
I've had some sites. My daughter went on a site for clothing, and it's a Chinese company or something. But man, they must have a lot of fraud or something, because every card we put in there was rejected, and the site really does ship and they're legit. But I don't know what to do. Have you ever come across that, Mark or Suze? Have you come across that where you can't use a card? They keep rejecting it, not because of your card, but because of the site. I don't know if they have an algorithm that measures the amount of.
It's going to be your bank declining it. It's not the site.
No, it's the bank.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Mark. It's the bank. But I'm wondering of our credit card issuers.
Well, you have a lot of fraud on yours, so maybe yours is set to a higher degree to decline. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. I mean, the fraud that I've had is unbelievable to me. How many people? But anyway, that's what it is, and there's no answer to it, Kim, except contact your bank. Tell them to.
Well, I didn't finish my story though.
Okay, go ahead.
Because after it got declined, it popped up with, "Hey, if you're having issues, call this number."
Yeah.
So I called the number, and that's where I got ripped off. Basically, the number stated.
No. Yeah.
Well, then you weren't on the Ticketmaster site.
Yeah, you were on the wrong site.
No, yeah, I guess so. I just Googled
you were
Ticketmaster.
on a site. This happens to. Oh my God! So you were on a cloned site. What happened then?
Well, so then they tell me the reason why your card got declined is they're having issues with their system, and I need to go down and purchase Ticketmaster gift card. And if they don't have the Ticketmaster gift card, which I come to find out, I don't even think they have gift cards for Ticketmaster.
So wait a minute. Did you do it?
I did, like a stupid.
Oh my God!
Did what though? You just said you don't think they had them.
She bought gift cards.
That's not what she just said though. What'd you buy?
This was even stupider because they said if they didn't have I should have known, if they didn't have the Ticketmaster card, that they would accept the eBay card.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm like, yeah, they have eBay. Let's do eBay. So, okay, so it was $165. I purchased it. I said, yeah, they only have the eBay card.
How much did you lose in all? How much did you lose?
It said from $25 up to $200. You can purchase on this.
Are you out 200 right now?
Well, 365 is what
Oh,
I'm out.
no, my God.
Man, she poured some sugar on them.
Yeah, he said the 165 got declined on that eBay card, so I would need to do the full purchase.
You never suspected fraud. You thought that Ticketmaster was really calling you, having you go get gift cards.
No, I actually was questioning him, thinking, and he's like, well, do you think I would ruin Ticketmaster's name and this and that, and we're legit?
Oh, my God.
Because we're having system problems, everybody has to.
How many times are people going to hear this over and over? Never, ever, 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 ever buy a gift card of any kind for any kind of payment other than to the gift card itself.
It's like giving them cash, basically.
It is.
And there's nothing you're going to do about it. It's just gone.
Kim, I wish I could get.
You could still go onto the site right now today and go under www. It's actually, and I should have got this one too, which it should have just been Ticketmaster.com. Well, this is www.theticketmaster.com.
Oh, hold on. So give me the site. I'm going to play along with this guy. It's www.theticketmaster.
Theticketmasterninja.com.
Why the ticket? Okay. Well, how the hell did you end up there?
Well, I ended up, I don't know, I Googled it.
Oh, they paid for SEO. I got it here. Call now. Refund and rebooking now available for. Man, this looks legit. This looks legit, sister. This looks legit to me. I'm looking on here, and you would think you're on Ticketmaster.
For real, and then you call them, and then I ask.
I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them right now.
You ask where they're located. I'm in California. Well, what part of California? California. They couldn't answer what part. I'm like, where are you at? Beverly Hills.
Wait. Always allow Ticketmaster. Oh, man. Okay. I want to. I don't have it, man. It's not giving me.
You got to try to buy it first and let your credit card decline.
Oh, no. I got the number here. I got the number.
No, you can do it. Just go into the site and push the call button.
No,
No,
you're
I
not
got
going to
it.
be able
I
to
see
do
it.
that.
I got it right here.
A phone number.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got a
I've
phone
called
number.
them
Okay,
several
you hold
times.
on. I mean, not hold on. I want you to listen. I'm gonna have some fun with these jerks.
Go
They're
for
ripping
it. Go
people
for
off.
it.
Kim, I'm gonna get the word out. That's all I can do for you, man. I'm so sorry this happened. I'm Tom Martino.
She went deep too.
It's amazing. Twice.
Yeah.
It's amazing how stupid people are, to put it frank.
It did look real.
Listen, I want to tell you something. I had a friend. I don't want to put it out over the internet. I had a friend so close to us that I can't believe he fell for these people telling him his bank account was hacked. He had to go online and let them screen share with him. And they were about to download every single dime he has, which isn't a lot, but it's thousands of dollars. He and his wife worked their asses off. And his wife walks in the room and sees what's happening and turns off his computer and saved their asses.
That's good.
Yeah.
Without
it's
even
amazing.
thinking, she turned it off.
The scams and sinister people out there, what they're doing to folks.
Okay. Keel and Park, they are estate planning attorneys. Keel and Park with an E on the end of each of those names. And by the way, they'll meet with you free of charge, go over your entire life and estate, your home, your business, your art, your investments, whatever you have. They'll come up with a plan, whether it be a will, a trust, beneficiaries' deeds, payable on death certificates, whatever you need, and put together a price. And you can cafeteria style it. You can do it all or you can do some of it. But here's the most important part. Without any cost, you're going to find out what it will cost and then decide if you want to move forward. You don't do better than that. Keel and Park, lawkp.com, 970-818-8198, 970-818-8198, SheridanAutotech.com. You know, Sheridan Autotech and Uncle Kevin and his team exude honesty, value, integrity. They've been there more than 20 years. And Kevin will do pre-buy inspections on used cars as well. They also do electrical issues. And they do all kinds of maintenance and repairs, heavy and light, even regular maintenance while your car's under warranty. Find out more. 303-455-7242, Colfax, west of Wadsworth. Well worth the location for the value you get. 303-455-7242.
Oh, shit.
Mark overdid it, huh?
No, I'm feeling all right now. I just got to get a piece of paper. I don't feel like getting up. I'll say that.
You need a piece of paper, Mark? I got an extra.
Nah, I got to grab my favorite pen, too, but thanks, man.
Favorite pen.
Yeah, I hate ballpoints. They drive me nuts. Especially on this.
You know, does YouTube still record while you guys are on break?
Yes, records us in here. So yeah, everything you say.
Goes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which isn't a big deal. I mean, you know.
Well, they cuss.
Yeah, just don't give out credit card numbers or take people's phone numbers in here, Bo. I'd be the. By the way, Mark, this is Bo.
Oh, we met
deputy.
earlier.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Welcome. Tom?
Yeah.
He's been doing it since he was 13 years old.
No script. Yeah, since he was a kid, huh? Before puberty.
He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah. Enigma. Right now, though, I'm studying for my securities license, and fuck, is that hard.
Are you really?
Well, here's the only reason. Because we have so much money now under management, and we're diversifying. So
Right.
now they said, well, we have a CFA and I have a Series 7 guy. But they said if I'm in control, which technically I am, but I don't touch money.
Right.
I have to have a securities license no matter what. So I have no choice.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I had my Series 7, I think, at one time, but I didn't get my securities.
Well, Series 7 is pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Did you get it, really? Then you still have it?
No, years ago.
Well, why would it expire?
I didn't. I was out of the business. I didn't. I wasn't. I was selling.
Do you have to? I don't
variable
even know.
life and stuff like that.
Do you have to renew them, others? I don't even.
Oh
know.
yeah, my brother had his. Mike.
How do you? Well, you don't have to take tests again. You just renew it, right?
I think so. You just
With FINRA.
Yeah, you keep it updated.
Yeah.
You have to take continuing classes.
Well, I think there's some education, but here's the deal. It's that part. It's the initial test. I swear to God, what they make you learn is unbelievable. What they make you learn.
It's a lot.
It's like, to me, it's like an associate's degree.
Oh yeah.
The hours.
Oh yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah. He worked for a brokerage firm.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, 888heating.com, continuing with their free inspections. Take them up on it, man, before things get rough. That's free inspection on ACs and sewers and plumbing and electrical. It's no gimmick, an honest company. In fact, if you need a replacement, they do high efficiency that keeps you saving. 888heating.com, 303-770-2776. Let's keep going here and see what we can do for you. All right? Now, what I'd like to do is warn people again in general, never, ever, 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 ever use gift cards for any kind of a purchase except at the store where the gift card is. So Amazon for Amazon, eBay for eBay, Applebee's for Apple. Is there even such a thing as Applebee's anymore? I don't even know. But anyway, Red Robin. Okay, but don't buy gift cards and then give someone a number of the phone ever. There is never, ever, ever a legit reason to do it ever. Larry now. Larry. What's going on with you, Larry?
Hey, Tom, I got a question for you. And
yeah.
I don't know where to go with this. So I've listened to you for almost 25 years.
Whoa.
So here we are. My father-in-law passed away in January.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So he left a house for my wife and myself and my sister-in-law. I thought my sister-in-law was going to want to keep the house. It's in a mountain
Wait.
property.
So it's your sister-in-law and your brother, right?
No, my sister-in-law and my wife.
Oh, it's their family.
Yeah, two
okay.
sisters.
Got it. No, I get it. Okay, so go ahead.
I thought my sister-in-law was going to want to keep the house.
Mm-hmm.
She had changed her mind and wants to sell it. Or
well, hold on. What does your wife want to do with it?
She wants to keep it.
And what does she want to do with it?
She wants to keep it and maintain it.
What, rent it out or what?
No, use it as it's a mountain property, and she wants to use it for our pleasure.
For both her sister and herself.
No, her sister wants to be bought out.
No, I get that, but your sister, I mean, your wife would rather have both of them own it and use
Correct.
it. She's
That's
not okay.
correct.
But your sister has a right to want to be bought out. Was there any kind of conditions to this inheritance? Was it 50-50? Do you have any idea how it was inherited?
Yes, it was in a revocable trust, and it was 50-50.
Got it. So now you should buy her out. So what's the big deal?
The question I have is, it's worth about $1.5 million.
Was this from Dad, by the way, or Mom, or both?
It was from Dad.
Okay, worth $1.5 million. Got it.
Yep, $750 each.
Yeah, got it. And who says it's worth $1.5 million?
We've had it appraised.
Okay, did you have it appraised on the day of death?
No.
When did you have it appraised?
About 2 weeks ago.
When was death?
January 5th.
Okay, it's going to be about the same. Go ahead.
Yep. So here's my issue. I would like to buy out my sister-in-law. I would like to. We're looking at tax mitigation here. So in the state of Colorado, or any state in the country, I assume
there's no gain. There's no gain for anyone.
There's no.
And there's no. Here's what happens. Can I explain this to you?
Yes, please.
The basis of that house is 1.5. All right, because they got it on day of death. It's 1.5, or when he put it in the trust. So it's 1.5. They don't inherit his basis. They have a new basis, 1.5. Now, if your wife sells half of it, there is no gain to her.
Okay.
That's it. Now her basis goes from 750 to 1.5 again.
Okay.
So when she goes to sell it, her basis will be 1.5.
Excellent. Now,
and I want you to double check. We don't really have to, but in fact, I'm going to anyway because, my God, why shouldn't we? You called.
Right.
Let's get, can you get Mackenzie on? Dan, let's have Mackenzie. And if not, we'll go to Keelan Park. Either one of them, they're great people. So, but that's my gut is there's no gain on any transaction, no taxable event, and that her basis goes to 1.5. Is that what you were concerned about?
Yes. My other concern is if I buy out my sister-in-law over 3 payments, so a payment this year, a payment year 2, a payment year 3, that has no relevance on the through a promissory note. That has no relevance on the taxes.
She's going to sign it over immediately. Is that right?
Yes.
And you're going to do a deed of trust. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Then it's just like having a mortgage. So your question is this: what if I inherited a home and I went out and put a mortgage on it? Would I pay tax on that mortgage? Of course not.
That's what I was.
It's borrowed money.
It's borrowed money, correct.
So you are, in essence, putting a loan on that house to pay her off.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to double check all of this. If you have patience, hold on, and we'll do that, okay? Just hang on, and we'll double check all of it. Probit Energy. ProbitEnergy.com. Mark Kunkel, we have a question on the text. And it is a very simple one, and that is when you go to a commercial property, they heard me talk about the other company I endorse as well. You guys are great too. I mean, I have 2 really good solar companies. They heard me talk about incentives for businesses where you can pretty much get the damn thing paid for.
Pretty much, yeah. Between federal tax incentive, tax depreciation, and then Excel, if you're in Excel area, they have RECs, renewable energy credits, that basically puts you in a position where you're getting your system paid for. And, we have a great
Aren't there
program.
grants available to her? Is that what you're talking?
There are different grants. That's different. The agricultural REAP benefit things. There's a lot of programs
But
out
you have
there.
to have somebody who knows how to write those.
Yes.
Do you guys have a grant writer you've worked with?
No, we don't.
You should try to find one for the rural people. But right now you're concentrating on urban areas anyway.
Yeah. In the commercial landscape right now is a great opportunity because Denver is asking everyone to electrify.
Yeah.
Well, when they electrify their building, they're going to use more electricity.
Yeah.
Well, they should offset that with solar, and if they do it now, they're going to have an opportunity to essentially get it paid for.
Right.
We do free assessments on commercial buildings. We drone it, do a design, and come up with a proposal and a financial plan for people.
Dan McKenzie's on the line. I want to take him before I go to break real quick here. Dan, thank you for being here, sir. An estate planning attorney, McKenzie Law, 833-CO-PLANS is his number. So here's the scenario. Two sisters inherit a house from their dad. Day of death, value $1.5 million. Okay, one sister wants to be bought out. If sister number one pays off sister number two the $750, sister number two doesn't have a gain, I take it, because she had half of that basis. And then sister number one ups her basis to the full 1.5. Is that right?
Yes. Let's see here, because she would have just done the purchase, right? So that
right.
would
So
be
if it's 1.5 going in, and she buys her sister out for $750, her sister did not make a gain.
correct.
And she now has the bigger gain. Bigger basis. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now next question. And that doesn't matter if she takes a loan out to pay the sister or makes payments to the sister. That has no ramification on it.
Correct.
Good. Now, I want to ask Larry, do you have any other questions for Dan McKenzie, because he's pretty much a genius?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do. I'd love to have Dan's number.
Yes, 833-CO plans. And by the way, he is in Colorado. That's a toll-free number, but it's 833-CO plans. Go to the website coplans.co, and he can take care of you, man. Thank you, Dan McKenzie. So Vonnie says 3 tickets.
3?
Yeah.
You just want me to get the best I can get? I'm assuming they're still available. Let me look for you. 3. Let me look what's here.
I look like a hero. Thank you. If you find them, I'm not going to.
I will. They're going to be similar to what you had before.
Yeah.
Half a dozen or more. Yeah, I've known Tom.
Did you buy the tickets for me last time? I think you might have. Because I don't do this shit.
Oh, I do? Thank you. But yeah, Tom and I worked together. I sold them for a number of years, and then I got out of the business, got into solar. What did you do before selling? Sold advertising. Worked
here.
Right here.
iHeart.
Yeah, worked
Before that.
sold Tom.
Well, were you with Clear Channel ever, or just iHeart?
Clear Channel, when it was Clear Channel.
Okay,
it was
hold on.
iHeart.
All right, you heard my expert, Dan McKenzie, on estate law. We also have an expert on real estate law. That's O'Brien Legal Services. Love Dan O'Brien, or Brad O'Brien. He does a great job. Brad is a real estate expert, so if you're ever going to a closing, you want your docs reviewed, a few $100, it's worth it, especially when you're dealing with thousands of dollars. He can also do other things for you when it comes to real estate. If you're having a border dispute, easements, eminent domain, adverse possession, whatever it is, real estate. That's olslaw.com, 720-370-7388, 720-370-7388. Europlumbingcolorado.net. In one word, what would you say about them? Deals. Steals. Cheap. And I don't mean cheap quality. I mean they're cheap. I mean, you get a water heater, A.O. Smith or Rheem, $13.99 fully installed. No one does that. If you want to up it to a 50 gallons, it's $14.99. No matter what size you want, they have the best prices. Put them to the test. EuroPlumbingColorado.net, 303-668-6844, 668-6844. What's happening on April 9th, Mark? That's a quiz. What's happening?
Movie night, popcorn, movie.
Now, there's a movie
Good
we're going to
times.
invite you to, and it's up at AMC Southlands. And it's sponsored by Joseph Cano, who's a certified financial planner, along with his team. And the movie is not a sales job. It is an informative docudrama about the retirement dilemma.
You got that right.
Now, what is the retirement dilemma? Social Security is sadly in trouble. Number 2, you have a problem with investments. If you lose, you may not have the time horizon to make up the difference. There are things you can do to protect that. Whatever it is, they're going to talk about it in this movie. And we want you to go to mymoneymyway.com or call 303-779-6600.
Tommy, come over here. Show me what you think I should get for him. so you can look. I know. So these are more side stage, like right on the side, where these are the next section over. He's not answering me and give you more of that angle, or I can try to get these here, which are, what do you think? They're a little cheaper, but I don't know if they'll let me get 3 on the 4th. They may or may not.
Okay, let me see. So that is up. That's a good view right there.
It would be, but these might be a little better, and then
How
they
much
got
are
the end.
How much are
Those are a little more expensive.
Let's do let's do these.
Okay, let me see if I
You know
can.
where it
Let me
is?
see if it'll let me.
And if you can't, then do the upper one.
But use your troubleshooter.
Yeah, because they're going to reimburse me. And so I don't know if you put that in a suspended account or we just write it off and then I get the reimbursement like Mark does and don't say anything. So he gets the write-off.
Where'd we buy that last Hyundai?
I don't. You don't have any Hyundais. You have Hyundais.
Do you remember?
Planet.
Those are good people, Mark. The Paynes.
I don't
family.
like any of them.
No, they're good. The Paynes are good people. Hey, it's funny
Okay,
how
I'm going to try to use your card.
public sentiment has really turned against Israel right now because they're saying they're going too far. I mean, it really changed.
Yeah, it's all because it's an election year. Who
But it
gives a
changed.
shit?
No, but what I'm saying is it changed.
Whose mind did it change? Who was?
No.
Who
I'm
was
talking-
pro? Go ahead.
No. I'm saying that there are some people now, even Republicans, saying we should have a ceasefire. And then there's
Who?
some. Well, I don't know. I've just been reading it on.
It's
Fox
all
and
what the
CNN.
news tells you.
No,
Is
that's,
my
of
point.
course, yeah. But also, I heard about some Israeli people. Even they're having like people in Israel are saying, Netanyahu should resign, or there's some people refusing to go into the military now. They're refusing to do it. They said we got our revenge. I mean, look.
He's going all out. He's going after everything, and people want him to pull it back.
Well, what they're saying is you got your revenge. You made your point.
No, they didn't. They got to wipe those people off the
Now,
fucking face of
I am
the
not
earth.
arguing that, Mark. I'm not arguing that. I'm telling you what I'm
If
perceiving.
they came over into Texas, if fucking Mexico came over into Texas and raped and killed 1,300 people, we would destroy Mexico.
Well, they still have, by the way, Mark, hostages, right? They didn't
Yeah.
even let them go, did they?
They have hostages.
I think they're all dead, to be honest. There might be a few.
You know that organization that goes out there to feed people? I think it's called Clean Kitchen.
No,
or
yeah.
Clean Kitchen.
Killed 7 of them yesterday.
Israelis killed them.
I know. Well, they were collateral. I mean, they didn't target them. They didn't target
understood.
them. I don't think they.
They didn't target the main guy in Iran either.
They TK'd him too, didn't
Yeah, they took him out. That really got
How'd
them
they
all
do that?
pissed.
they? Last week, wasn't it?
Was that Mossad?
They
Let me
leveled the
use my
building.
card,
Was.
Tommy. It's declining.
He was-
I'm
See if yours
sure
works.
it's
See if your-
security.
He was the guy right under him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then what we can do is a transfer to you if you want, whatever you want to do, or I just pay you. We'll figure it out. Oh, I got a message. Should I hold on? I got a message. Should I say it's okay?
Yeah, try again. Tell them yes,
It
and
says
then I'll
yes.
Try again.
Yes.
All right. Now let me try again.
Hold on. It says great. That's all we need to know. If your card is declined, do it now. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. ProBidEnergy.com is with us as well if you have any questions on solar. Right now, Ben wants to talk about an issue with taxes and a CPA. Hey, man, what's going on? Are you there? Ben? You know, line one is giving us trouble. Hey, Ben? Yep. I can't.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's going on?
Hello?
I'm here, Ben. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. All right, so yeah, I was calling because I had started a business with the CPA back in 2020.
Okay.
And yeah.
Now, when you say you started a business in 2020 with a CPA, meaning the CPA did it for you?
Yeah, I started a business with her for my business.
Okay, but you used her as a professional, or did she go into business with you?
I used her as a professional.
Oh, got it. I got it. You started a business and you used a CPA. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, well, we had started our deal, which was and the bad part is I never made no contract, so I don't know if that could or what we could do about that. But anyways, I started my deal with her, and when we first started, she told me she'd have 4 years of taxes done for me. And because I gave her all the numbers, I added all up myself, and I gave her all the numbers.
Wait,
She
so
got
you didn't
entered
do, when you started in 2020, you didn't do the 2020 tax year in 2021 or the 2021 tax year in 2022. You didn't do normal filings.
No, I did not. I was 1 year behind, and she was planning to go back all the way to 2017 and redo them all for me because they were.
But why 2017? Why 2017 if the business started in 2020?
The business. I started business with her in 2020. I started my business in 2019.
Gotcha.
She wanted to go back to 2017 and redo my taxes because she said they weren't done right by H&R Block.
Okay,
Now,
so
I don't
anyway,
know-
so what is the problem today?
So the problem today is she told me pay her $1,000 in 3 months. She'd have them done. She knew
How
what
much?
she
How
had
much?
to do. $1,000.
All right, hold on. I'll come right back to you, Ben. Don't go away, please. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show right after this. Okay. She offered to do all tax returns dating back.
His balance sheet was probably off, and she couldn't do it. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you can't just start fucking around.
Is that his email? I'm going to transfer him to him now. If that's his email.
No, let me see. I don't.
He told me to transfer him to that email. I just want to be
That
sure.
does not look like it to me. Let me just look. I'm just going to start an email and it'll show me. I mean, I think it is, but I don't know. Hold on. TJ. Okay, here it is. Yeah. T. Giovanni M.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what he sent me.
That's
okay.
okay. Giovanni. Man, Capital One is on it. So they're all these credit cards have gotten so much better. Do you guys like Fogo de Chao?
I do. He's
I
not as crazy.
I freaking
about
love it. Jesus, I love it. My kids love it. Just buy your votes, brother. Just keep buying your votes.
They all do, don't they?
I'm going to forgive student loans. I'm going to forgive prescriptions. I'm going to forgive this. I'm going to forgive that. Let's do everything for everyone.
Pay your mortgage for you.
Oh, Lord.
Mark, we're playing tennis tonight if you want to play.
I'd actually play tennis against you. I would. I got a friend that I've played with. He beat the shit out of
Are
me.
you a pretty good tennis player?
When I was in high school, which was
First
a
lady
million
says
years
it
ago.
is
Yeah.
obvious. Joe
Do you play a
in the
lot?
selection.
Yeah, we got a league and stuff.
So you do play a lot.
We're just starting to start again, though.
Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't played for a while, but yeah, we've got a 6-0 league team, and a bunch of us guys go out and practice, then go get beers afterwards. You know?
I
Gotta
like
do
you
that.
afterwards.
I like the afterwards too. That's half the reason we do it, I think. But
I got a trivia question about elections.
yeah,
Who said, "You're no John Kennedy"?
that was. I know the answer to this question. George Bush.
Huh?
Was it George Bush?
No. I know John Kennedy. I knew John
Was
Kennedy.
it Reagan?
And you're no John Kennedy. No, I'm
All
trying
right,
to think who it was.
back to work.
It wasn't someone who became president. I knew John Kennedy, and you're not. Wait.
Oh, he was against Dan Quayle.
Wait. You're not.
I love how you asked the trivia question.
No, I did. I had it in my mind. You're no
Benson.
John.
Was it Benson?
Oh, it might have been Benson.
Senator Benson.
Hold on. You're no. Hold on. Here it is. Senator, you're no.
God, it was.
Oh wait, it was that tall guy.
Lloyd
Senator
Benson.
You're right, bro.
I'll be damned.
Okay. Who said I have
Quayle.
binders filled with women?
Binders?
Binders filled with women.
Trump?
Or
Yeah, it sounds
folders.
like
Folders filled with women.
What?
Okay, because someone said you don't hire enough women. He says, "What are you kidding me?"
I have binders.
Either
Full of
binders or either binders. What's that? Or folders filled with women. Yeah, it is binders full of women. It was Mitt Romney.
Oh my
debate.
God.
That's our new deputy, YouTubies. That's our new deputy. Coming in to say hi.
Wow, he said that out loud too, huh?
Oh, he did? I didn't hear that. I wasn't paying attention.
Binders full of women.
That's crazy.
Okay, let's hear some other great speeches. Who said,
Take that wall down.
Little Marco?
Pink Floyd?
Little Marco.
No.
He was
Who said Little Marco?
Trump is slamming.
Oh, Trump. He's such a mean man.
No, I need.
Low energy jet.
Oh my God!
He's so
Send me each of
disgusting.
the things we take.
You know, if it wasn't,
Look at-
if you
open
took
the spreadsheet.
politics away from it, I met that man, I wouldn't be, I couldn't stand him.
I wouldn't be in the same room with him.
Oh,
man.
Who's that?
Trump.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's a rapist. He's a
Mark, would you,
womanizer.
if
may
politics,
get reelected.
all
No, I
politics
need
out
April
of it,
What we paid them so I can bill out
He's
my
his
client.
personality.
Mark,
Understood.
take all
Okay.
politics out of it, Mark, would you be friends with a man like Trump?
Yeah, of course.
You like his personality?
Love it.
What?
Do you?
I do. I mean, what the fuck do you want me to say? I
Mark
do
has a
like
crush on Trump.
You have a crush on.
He's being honest. I don't
He
like
might
his
be our
personality.
next president.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know. I don't.
You know, if everybody
Mark, I
in the
don't-
media
Mark, it
and
has nothing
everybody
to do
on
with
left
politics.
kicked the fucking shit out of
It
you
has-
every day, you'd be just as bad as him.
But he started that way.
No,
No,
before
he
they-
didn't.
Yes, he did.
He used to be
He's
on the
been-
fucking Apprentice and shit. He was never like
Mark
that.
loved him long
He is
before
Everybody
he
fucking
was
liked him.
president.
Rapist.
The art of
man.
the deal.
He's a narcissistic rapist. I'm sorry.
What do you mean a rapist?
He's
Ah, fuck. Okay. Well, then,
I don't
then
believe any
every
of-
Kennedy, every Bush, every
no,
Biden,
I got you there.
every
I'm not
motherfucker
going
in the
there.
world's a
I'm not going there
racist
with
or
that.
a rapist.
I'm not going there with that. I am saying, and I'm not thinking he's a criminal for his financial shit. Everyone does it. Everyone. And there are no victims for overpricing shit and all the financial statements. But, you know, in fact, in my securities license, do you know, when you do that, it is between you and the bank, and you get to value. That bank can question it.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Well, New York proved
Well,
that with a fucking judgment.
But they didn't fucking prove it, in my opinion. They proved it to people who hate his guts. There were no victims in there. Even the bank said we had the right to question it, but we agreed with it.
I think it'll come back on appeal, but I don't think all of it. I think he'll end up paying some form of a
Why?
fine. I don't fucking
There's
know.
no victim.
I don't know.
He paid back
I don't
every
think
penny.
they should.
He paid back every fucking penny. And the banks love him. Or
They made a law saying you can't overvalue property. So he overvalued property according to the DA or whatever the fuck, whoever it was.
I don't
and
think
that's where the fine came
I don't
in.
think there's a law that says that. I
Yeah,
think
the
it's
New York
precedent.
is the only one that has it. You're not allowed to do that
There is actually a law.
in New York, and that's how they got him, was on that law.
But it's so subjective.
I thought, well, no, I understand that, but then you know how many criminals are in Manhattan right now?
That's part of the problem is that's part of it. I mean, who the fuck would buy property there or take a loan out there or do business there?
Disenchanted here with
The bank should have went out and appraised it. That's what they do.
I just think anybody that's been kicked that hard, I don't know what people expect out of them.
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Trouble Troubleshooter's gonna help. Come and make it.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You know what? We have a lot of discussions behind the scenes that I should let you in on from time to time. Otherwise, just my YouTube morons get to hear it. And I love my YouTube morons, but I don't think... anyway, here's what I wanted to say. I was saying that I don't think there was a victim in the so-called crime Trump did in Manhattan. And by the way, for the record, I'm not making a political statement. I would say this: if Biden did it, it doesn't matter. It wasn't a crime as far as cheating anyone. There were no victims. Even the bank said, we looked at his financial statement and accepted it. Yeah. So think about this, folks. Do you know when you put up a financial statement? Have you ever done that, Mark? Have you ever had to give a financial statement?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, okay. If you exaggerated on that, like, for example...
Anybody that's ever got a mortgage puts up a financial statement.
Well, no, you fill out an application.
Do. How much are in your bank accounts? What stocks do you own? What
Mark,
equity do you have in other properties?
I'm talking about a financial statement of assets and liabilities and current liabilities,
yes.
Long-term it's an actual it's a side-by-side column, and it comes up with a net worth. People don't do that for a mortgage, okay? They put down all of their financial information, yes, and you can't lie about how much in the bank and all that. That's true. But I'm talking about a financial statement. A financial statement is done by business people who do all kinds of stuff, and it's supposed to show your credit worthiness. Now, a financial statement is not an application. You do an application plus a financial statement. I know this because I've done it for 14, 18 commercial deals. And that's what you do. In the financial statement, they ask things like, you put down your vehicles, then you put down your loans. You put down your house, you put down your loan. You put down whatever else you own. People own horses, people own art, people own whatever. It's on your financials. What New York is saying is, not that he exaggerated the price of the property of which he got a loan. They're saying he got preferential interest rates on it because of his financial statement. They were going after his financial statement. There is no one in the world, if I look at your financial statement, there's not one person in the world that is 100% accurate. Is it a crime? According to New York, it's a crime. I'd like to know more about their law, by the way, that they have on the books, supposedly, that says you can't overvalue property. But in any case, here's the bottom line. I think it's unbelievable to me that he was prosecuted for that. And I think that should be really frightening for anyone. Anyone.
Well, it's the amount that's really frightening.
How do they figure, when the banks themselves said, we did not lose money?
Well, no one's arguing there's no victims. That's not even it. They're saying he broke the law and it's a fine. You can be speeding on the highway and get a ticket without having any victims.
Okay, now let's talk to Deputy Doc, who has a number of cases. Go ahead, Doc. What's going on?
Hey, Tom, remember you told me to call Crystal about the dumpster?
Oh, yeah.
So
I just here's what I wanted you to do. I just wanted you to touch base with that guy that rented to the contractor to see if we could track down that contractor.
Well, there were two roommates. Brad was the roommate of Andrew. We got in touch with Brad, and he says he's in marketing. He never had any garbage except for 2 trash bags that he left on the driveway. He had no construction material, and he never put it in the dumpster. So we're trying to get in touch with Andrew, who is the owner of the apartment.
Do you believe Brad? You do believe Brad, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
And then, Emily had a problem with a computer between PAC, HP, and Best Buy, and they're going back and forth.
Now, this is a new problem, right, Doc?
Oh, this is from a couple of weeks ago.
She had a problem with her computer, and what happened?
Right, her name is Emily.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
With mutual finger pointing. Best Buy is pointing at HP. HP is pointing at Best Buy. So I tried.
Oh, I remember that. So,
Right.
but doesn't she have don't they have a return policy at Best Buy?
They're saying that they need an email from HP saying that they will cover the expense. She has a letter from HP, but Best Buy won't accept the letter. They need an electronic confirmation with a number. So Emily just found out an email that we can send to corporate and try and get this figured out. So I'm going to try and do that.
Why do they need? I don't understand. If they have a return policy, why do they even need? Why do they even?
I don't know. I spoke to it's just mutual finger pointing.
This is not the same Emily who's a student at CU, right?
I believe it might be. I don't remember, Tom.
Okay.
But she sounds like she's young.
Yeah.
So I finally got an email for corporate. So we're going to send an email this afternoon, and I will let you know what happens.
Thank you. We'll see if she gets what she has coming. Do you have any other cases?
Yeah, but nothing.
Okay.
I'm just in the middle of them.
But thank you, Deputy Doc, working from home today. Okay, Robert. He wants to talk about HOA's rules. Speaking of HOAs, I wanted to ask about that when it comes to solar for Mark Kunkel at ProBid right after this question with Robert. I want to ask about the rules because we've gotten a few inquiries about people, and the way I understood it, the HOA can't stand in the way, but we'll talk about that. Robert, what's going on? There you go, Robert. I'm sorry. There you go, bro. I got you now.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So I got some questions on an HOA. I live down here in southern Colorado, southwest of Alamosa. And technically, I guess it's really called a property owners association, but I imagine the
Yeah,
rules
what kind of property is it? Are they single-family homes?
So what this is they're all individual 1-acre lots, and there's about 98 of them down here, and I own 2 of them. But there's only a couple houses out here. So most people that own places down here, they're out-of-staters. Nobody really lives
All right,
down
so
here.
what is your issue with the HOA?
So my issue is I'm just trying to get information up front from you on what my rights are from Colorado's laws in requesting, for example, the laws, bylaws, rules, and regulations.
Okay.
Because when I bought this house, I got some rules and regulations, and then the HOA president lives out here. I live out here, and only one other guy lives out here.
Okay, they have to provide you information, and they can charge you for that. If you hold on, what I'd like to do is get Stan, the HOA man, on.
Okay.
Hold on. He's one of our deputies that helps us out with HOA matters. Let's ask him. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. Get your calls in. And don't forget, Genesis Total Exteriors. They are now in full swing for spring for all your exterior maintenance and repairs and replacements. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
I sent you that law.
Blue Sky CBD has been
Thank
helping me
you.
with my nagging aches and
I was
pains
looking
and
for
trouble
it.
sleeping for years. But take a listen to these reviews from people just like you.
I
use
honest
the
to
Max
God,
Relief Balm
I
2
have
to 3
never seen
times
a
per
law
week,
like that
and my
ever.
neck pain is so much better.
Is it
this
only in
CBD
New York?
is by far
Is
the
it
most
only in New
helpful
York?
thing I've tried in helping
And
me
do you
reduce
know,
my
Mark,
anxiety.
read it. Does
The
it-
Max
does
Relief
it
Balm
deal
is
with
giving me instant
collateral or
relief that
financial
really
statements?
lasts
There's
from
a
a
big
chronic
difference.
inflammation. These gels are great in helping me with my
That
hip
doesn't
and
even
sciatica
fucking-
pain.
I can't believe you don't
I'm
know
now
about
sleeping
this.
again
That's why
with the
it's
Blue
been
Sky
so crazy
CBD
for
sleep
like
gels.
6 months.
You're going to
Mark,
find hundreds
what
and
I've
hundreds
never
of
been
similar
used
reviews
before. Right.
at
What's
bluesky-cbd.com.
a
That's
financial statement. It's a private thing
bluesky-cbd.com.
between the
So if
bank
you're
and
struggling
you,
with
it's not
nagging aches
even
and
a
pains or
thing
maybe
that-
trouble sleeping,
because
and
to
you're
get a
sick
loan,
of
you
using
get an
pharmaceuticals,
Well,
you owe
you're
it to
incorrect
yourself
in
to
that
try Blue
because there's
Sky
a law in New
CBD.
York
And
that
keep in
says
mind
it
that the
is.
promo code
So you are
KHOW gives
incorrect.
you an ongoing 30%
meant
discount
is
on all of your
conventionally
orders.
and
That's
traditionally,
promo code KHOW,
not.
That law's been around
KHOW,
since
at
1967.
bluesky-cbd.com.
Made in the Shade is a window covering company that comes and measures, has a design consultant to help you pick the right stuff, and then they have the best installers in the business, all one-stop shop. So give them a call, get a free estimate. They come and measure, and it's a free estimate with a designer's help. Then if you decide to move forward, made in the shade, we'll do it all. That's the way you really want it. And they try to meet every budget. They have high tech, low tech, and between tech, all you need. 720-458-6566, denvershades.co. Solar is the topic today. Red Rocks Solar, Red Rocks RS, Red Rocks Roof and Solar. Some of the people that do great solar work, from sales to installation to service, and they can help you with commercial properties in a rural area. They have a grant writer they work with to help get that paid for. And right now, because they source all their materials in the U.S., you get an extra 10% tax credit. So it's a total of a 40% credit. 303-704-2449, redrocksrs.com. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Clients of this show, sponsors, and I'm a client of theirs. That's right, a paying client. When I say paying, of course, their charges are built into stuff, but here's the point. They let you know exactly what you're paying and what you're saving, and they really put me in the plus column for the money they save me. They've helped me with my investments, my income, safety, growth, everything you need going into retirement, including all the advice I need for estate planning and everything, and the references, of course. That's rpcenter.com. Find out what they can do for you. The earlier, the better. rpcenter.com. They'll meet with you free of charge, no obligation ever. 970-663-3211.
That's just the whole
But
part.
Mark, here's the point. The fact that I don't know about that law is not surprising. There are a ton of laws I don't know about.
Yeah, of
everywhere.
course.
I
No,
mean,
I'm just saying because it's been in the news.
But I never, see, Mark, I never heard in the news. I heard them say, the banks don't care, he doesn't care. I never heard anyone quote this law. Honest to God, in a news report, all they talked about was there was no victim. Okay, let me see here. Under the law, when intent to defraud, an intent to defraud, he or she knowingly makes or utters written instrument. Holy shit. So this is about a financial statement, not about an application. It's not about collateral. It's about what you say. If you give, it doesn't even have to be written. If you give the wrong impression that you have the ability to repay, but the fucking guy repaid. Does anyone find this weird? And the intent to defraud.
60% of the country?
There's no crime if you repaid the loan or the bank pays.
That's not. See, once again, how do I argue with that? It is. It is. It's illegal in New York to do it.
Yes,
I'm with you. It's stupid as shit, but in New York they can do it.
If they did it.
And he did do it he proved it in front of a fucking judge, I guess. According to our legal system, he did do it.
Well, that's true. Just like OJ did not do it.
That's right. No, there is corrupt as shit out there. Every Democrat's corrupt as shit. You know what? Most Republicans are corrupt as shit, too.
I would just say most politicians.
Say that
I
again.
got my dentist appointment.
Today?
No, they offered today. I said I can't come on, but no, next week for the 10th.
What'd you say, Mark? Most what?
You know what?
In general.
They had to dig deep. Honest to God, this is fucking unbelievable.
This report is sponsored by Summit
This one
Racing
with the,
Equipment.
what's her name? Who's the DA that got bitch slapped?
James? Or Fannie Willis?
Fannie. That's going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
What is
That'll
that
go
one about?
bye-bye.
That's the Georgia election.
Yeah, that'll go
Attempting
complete.
to influence?
You can't even. They're saying the president can't even question how many ballots were counted and shit. I mean, it's crazy as shit. The Fed said they weren't.
This hour from the
And
Trajan
then the
Wealth
other guy
K-House
in Georgia said
Studios.
he wouldn't touch it.
Trajan
And then
Wealth,
she
your
ran on it,
trusted
and
local
that's what she was
fiduciary
gonna do.
advisors.
I mean, it's the craziest shit in the
TrajanWealth.com.
world. Then she brings her boyfriend into it.
Hi, Tom Martino here at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Premier Window Cleaning and Window Washing, window cleaning and pressure washing, I should say. Premier, good guys. In fact, they are helping. They do a great, all I can say is they do a great job. And if you want honest people to do your windows, Go to Premier. Let me just give you that number real quick. They do your windows and pressure washing. 720-953-0078. TrustPremierWindow.com is the website. So, Mark gave me the law. He sent me the law, and it absolutely has. I am shocked because I didn't know about this law. And what it says is basically it is illegal to put or utter any false statement on a financial statement. Now, what they mean is anything like value, your ability to repay. It's a very simple law, but I can't believe that there's a law like that. And it was in way before Trump, so they didn't make this law to go after him. But it says under the law in New York, a person is guilty of issuing a false financial statement. Now, that's not an application. You see, they're not accusing him of falsifying a building that he got a loan on. That's like if you went to get a loan on a house and said your house was worth $1 million and it's worth $100,000. That is fraud, right? You get a bigger loan than you should. But there's an appraisal. They're not accusing him of that. They're saying his private financial statement that he gives to the bank, ones that we give to banks, it's between him and the bank. But in New York, they say, if you give this statement to anyone, and it says with the intent to defraud. So this judge had to figure that not only did he give that statement, but he intended to defraud the bank.
He's a left-wing kook.
Yeah. And then it says any instrument or article, computer data or computer program containing printed matter or the equivalent used for the purpose of reciting, embodying, conveying, recording information, or consulting a symbol of evidence of value. So basically they're saying when you give a financial statement, it better be exact. I'm telling you. Now, obviously, when it says with the intent to defraud.
What's even funnier is it's real estate. That's what they went after him for. How do you generally value real estate? You value it when it sells. And if it didn't sell, who's to say what it was worth or what it wasn't worth?
That's right. So I guess the DA went out or the Attorney General went out and appraised these properties.
Yeah, going back how many years? So they appraised them in reverse.
So they said Mar-a-Lago at the time was only worth whatever it was.
Yeah, and once again, how would anybody ever be able to do that? How many comps are there for Mar-a-Lago or whatever it's called?
The point is this.
Like, how many comps for it?
An intent to defraud what? The banks even said he did not get a preferential interest rate.
And some of the properties were actually drastically undervalued, probably on accident.
I don't know. Honest to God, people... No matter how much you hate Trump, this is wrong. It's so freaking wrong. Now, Robert's waiting for Stan, the HOA man, is not responding right now. Robert, we'll let you hold a few minutes because I really believe you do have a right for all that information, okay?
Stan has said that numerous times. He has to do something to get it. The problem is it's one of these deals that passed in our state where they're supposed to give the information, but if they don't, there's no remedy. It's just like the hospital bills the Fed said. You got to post everything in the hospital, how much it costs, and x-rays this much. But if they don't post it, which none of them do, nothing happens. So who cares about the rules?
Okay, so I'm looking up this law. Colorado, listen to this, Robert. Colorado requires in their HOA laws, I don't have the quote, the number, but it says here, to make documents and records and budgets available to homeowners upon request. That's governing declarations, bylaws, rules, regulations, covenants, meeting minutes, financial records, and contracts. It says
and that's exactly what I'm looking for.
You absolutely have a positive right to do this. And they can charge you.
That's right. In fact, we had one about 2 weeks ago. She quoted, it was a she quoted exactly what you're looking at and went to them. And you know what they said? No problem. That'll be $4,000. Remember that call?
Yeah. Now
I do
listen.
remember that call. I listen to you guys.
I
all the
think
time.
that goes that goes against what they call the spirit of the law and would be, in my opinion, considered unconscionable.
So then what's the remedy when it's unconscionable? I'll go right down that road with you.
You got to sue them.
And then what happens? So the judge says, okay, it's unconscionable, and then what? Then they say, okay, 1,000. Here's your paperwork.
Well, there's got to be the judge would probably set a price. They probably would in that case.
Yeah, my whole point is, you've got to take them to court.
I know it would cost
it's
you more
cost
than that.
way more than $4,000.
I get that, Mark. I get that. We confront that every single day.
It sucks, man.
But
why pass a law in general when there's no real enforcement?
I've always said there should be enforcement of HOA stuff. There should be not just the law, but enforcement to fine those asses.
You know, it's
and
like,
I mean fine the person, but not the HOA, because then all the homeowners suffer. You fine the management company, or you fine the HOA.
And
you know what?
This poor guy, if he did sue him over this to get it, he's going to be paying both sides. That's the best part. He's going to hire his own attorney, and then he's going to pay for a chunk of their attorney.
Exactly, and I'm trying to avoid being paying for both lawyers.
I think you just take over the damn board. You figure out what the bylaws are, and you got to go in there and change stuff yourself. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Tom, that's the best way to do it?
Yeah.
And I'm working to get on the board.
Now listen, Robert, did you actually, hold on, did you actually make a request and they turned you down?
Well, yes, they did.
How did they turn you down, Robert? I want to know exactly what you asked for.
So what I asked for is, because he was referencing, the president lives out here, I live out here, he was referencing all these rules and regulations, so I'm checking my bylaws that I was given when I bought the house.
All I want to know, listen, Robert, please, I don't want to clutter this conversation. Here's what I'm going to ask you. What did you request?
I request all of the rules, regulations, laws, and bylaws that are up to date.
What did they say?
They sent me to the secretary, and the secretary says he doesn't have them.
Okay, then what?
And
that's not refusing you. That's saying we don't have it. What else?
Well, that's the issue. Is how can they hold me to the rules and regulations when they can't give me a copy of the rules?
Hold on, that you got some validity there, but here's what I want to know: did you do this as a result of some kind of conflict with them? Are they fining you, or did they send you a letter about something?
Not yet, but what I'm going to be doing is upgrading the house, and there are some rules.
You're upgrading, and you want to make sure you do it right.
I want to do it right. Exactly. This is my home. I live here.
I get it. I get it.
Do it right.
But really and truly, maybe they're disorganized and don't know where they are. I mean, did you call back the? Hold on, Robert. Do you have a management company or just an HOA board?
It's just the HOA board.
Okay. Now, did the HOA president? Did you call him back and say the secretary doesn't have it?
I did, yes.
And what did the president? What did the president say?
So he said that the current copy is so illegible from being photocopied so many times. He gave it to a property management company to have rewritten, and they haven't given it back.
Okay, well then that's legit. Hold on, that's legit. Who's the property management company?
They said it was CCRS. They're out of California, supposedly.
Okay.
Management company.
So Robert, what they're not saying we refuse to give it to you. They're saying it's a mess. We're trying to get them redone.
Yes, exactly. But I've even asked for even the bad copies because I know.
All right, and you do have a right to that. And I would like Deputy Chopper to call over there and to talk to the HOA president and say, look, we got a dilemma here. By law, you have to do this. He could be held personally responsible. You see, Mark, there should be fines for these guys that hold office. Their asses should be fined. Robert, hold on.
Well, and that's what and then before we do all that, though, that's why I was calling, just to get the Colorado Revised Statute numbers, so then I could just be cordial with him because he is my neighbor and he can be kind of a handful when you get on his bad side. So I'm just trying to do things right, politely, before we bring take the gloves off.
All right. Here's what it is. Title 38 is in general, Article 33.3. It is a big, giant. It's called Colorado Common Interest Ownership Act. Just start Googling. Start Googling or chatting with an AI. Right now, AIs are far better than Google. You know, why hasn't Google just built in an AI to their search engine? Why don't they just build it in? No, it's not. If you ask that a question, you don't get answers like you do with a chat. You don't. Just a regular Google search. Why don't they just...
Bing does.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now...
I think Google, they're doing it. I'm not... I don't know.
No, if you go into chat and ask a question, then you go into Google and ask the same question. Google brings up the Google search. And it has a little tiny answer,
Well,
but it's nothing.
I'll tell you why. Because Google's an advertising company. That's exactly what they want to happen. They don't want...
Well, no, that's true, but
that's
you
their
can
model.
You can be an advertising company but still give information and put within it the links. I think that would be ingenious. But hey, well, it's like I'm going to tell ABC or Alphabet what to do. I mean, like they know what to do. So listen, Title 38, Section 33.3 of the Colorado Revised Statutes. So
excellent.
That's where you start. But there's all kinds. And within 33.3, it outlines all the information that must be disclosed and given to you. Disclosure of information for insurance, the disclosure of everything's there. But you got to read. Okay.
And I don't mind reading. I just want to make sure I come at this correctly because again, this is my home.
Gotcha, bro. I got you. Call me back.
I don't want to cause trouble with this guy.
Call me back. Let me know what they say. But I'd like to give this to Chopper to watch in case you don't get what you need. So alert Chopper of this, Kachina.
If I don't get what I need, I'll definitely take the gloves off and let you guys swing with me.
All right, hang on. I mean, just get. We want to give you to one of our deputies, 303-713-8255. So it's an active show. If you have anything to add, give us a call. Renew Home Innovations will do your showers in such a way it'll renew your entire bathroom. They take out that old tub and shower combo. You know the one you have to step over, and then you have either one of those old translucent doors, or you have or you have curtains. Ugh, get rid of all of that. Put in a beautiful stone walls, stone sides, glass panels, no doors needed, no thresholds to stumble over. Everything is wonderful with RenewHomeInnovations.com. Listen to this. They do it in 2 or 3 days, and you have 72 months to pay. That's right. No interest.
No interest.
Yeah. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
Looks like the Fed, they're not going to do those rate cuts again, man.
It does that. That's going to signal, yeah.
They're not going
That
to.
means inflation is getting bad again. Yeah, so now it's going to be, what'd they just say? Fuel is going to be crazy and... Yeah, a lot of that's Middle East shit, though, man.
Yeah.
Iran. And just even that bridge going down is going to affect some stuff.
Yeah, I've read some stuff. It's going to have a major impact.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me, I don't know if it's true, but they built the Empire State Building like in a year or pretty close to it. And that was like 1 million years ago. That's impressive as hell. And they're saying this bridge could take, 5 years.
Yeah. It's a major port. I mean, it is a major shipping port.
And this, man, you see all the containers on that ship? It's just like, holy.
Sitting there. And the crew's stuck on it.
God, it's so
You
big.
think they could reuse the pylons and just add onto the bridge?
I think
because they have to build it in the new,
Jesus.
the new way, where if a barge like that hits it, it won't do anything, which is the pylons.
Oh, that'd be expensive. Take time, to redo those.
Yeah,
'Cause
it has to.
They didn't get damaged, the pylons.
They said if it was to the newer building code for a bridge, it would have never have fallen.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at the pylons on the new ones, to me, they basically put the pylons on an island, so the ship basically runs up on the island before it hits pylon.
Oh, interesting.
Hang on, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you outside for a sec.
Let me know
but
when you're ready.
Yeah, because I don't want it to be online. But
You don't want Marc Mager to hear it.
Martin.
I want to talk about both of the marks. But
Lucky
Sounds like a
us.
party.
You know the.
Sorry, I lost track. So I had to do these three. Gotcha. I got you.
He forgot.
I'm not hearing you, by the way, just so you know.
That's asking a lot.
I'm going to tell you a story on this RKC Automotive. I'm going to tell you a story about them. I got a major complaint.
Well, but did you look into it?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about it in my spot.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
They're too cheap.
I want to tell you a true story about RKC Automotive. Somebody went to them. Then they called me and said, RKC really screwed up my car. They put the wrong kind of oil in it. My turbo took a crap and all of that. And I said, wow, I'm sure Raimondo will take care of it at RKC Automotive. I said, but he said, well, this other shop says I need to rebuild the entire turbo and do some stuff to my engine. Thousands of dollars. And I said, you know what? I never got a complaint about RKC, and I don't know this other shop. So I want you to call Sheridan Autotech. And they called Sheridan Autotech. Then I said, and now I want you to call the dealer. So we called the dealer. And he said, you're right. It was the correct oil. There was nothing wrong with my car. Well, there is something wrong, but nothing to do with the oil. And that other shop exaggerated on how much work I needed. But it was coincidental. RKC knows what they're doing. They're great people, great prices, great knowledge. They're on Evans west of Tejon. That's RKC, and I want you to look them up on Facebook, 720-749-3965. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that I hope you never need. Here's the good part. If you do need him, you're going to talk to him. Not an intake center, not a call center, not a committee. You're going to talk to him. And then you decide if it's a good fit. If you want to hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis. Of course, he has a firm with paralegals and assistants and helpers, but he takes each and every case. That's his pledge. myaccidentlawyer.co, 303-597-4500. ExcelRoofing.com, perhaps the best company, not just roofer, but the best company I know, the way they're run, with the culture they have, the love for their employees and their managers and their project managers, the quality of work, and most of all, they don't take a cent until you're content. And Jay over there at Excel, Jay and Henry's learning the biz, his son, they have included AI on their site. So you can go on right now, put in your address, and you're going to get a complete estimate based on satellite imagery. It's amazing. You'll get a price for your roof online right now without ever talking to anyone. But if you do want to talk to them, excelroofing.com has an excellent Excel Roofing, or 303-761-6400. Yeah.
So, Mark, that bridge, the other thing is the tons and tons of steel they have to dismantle and bring up to get out of the way.
You think they'd cut a channel right away to get the ships in it?
That's what I thought.
That'd be easy.
Yeah.
Because the whole bridge didn't come in, just half of it.
I don't know, but it's going to be a project.
Well, I guess when the bridge was built, they didn't anticipate how big these ships were back then.
Oh, yeah.
What are the odds of that happening? You got a mass ocean that just hits that point.
Yeah.
Yep, I get it.
And don't go retro. Just start now. Whatever, next thing.
Oh,
Don't go
well,
retro.
not for March?
No.
Just going forward?
Yeah, because I worked my ass off on it.
Okay, perfect. Oh, let's see.
Mark, do you miss radio?
No. I enjoy this now. I don't miss the sales end of it. It's changed too much. They got
What if
jelly.
you worked for a great agency and sold endorsements? And would that work?
Yeah, I'd do it for you.
Major radio, we ought to think about it. You ought to see our Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, can we do that outbound right now? Did you get those that outbound call? Oh, they didn't answer? Okay. All right, well, we had a problem that I really want to get into because these cards are being hacked on government benefits. They put them on, what kind of card did they put them on? This was happening with unemployment, but this is happening.
It's like a Master or Visa debit card.
Whatever. There's a card that this family got, and she got it in the mail, right? She gets it in the mail. No, not in the mail. I'm sorry. The card's loaded, monthly. She got the card originally in the mail, but she has the card. And here's what happened. Somebody had gone to a 7-Eleven and exhausted, drew all the money out the day it was charged. Now, how did that happen? How does that happen? When you have a government card for benefits. In fact, let me get the name of the card. I've never heard of that. I don't know. How would they know it was charged? Where the heck is it? I'm going to find it. But, okay, here it is. It says a government assistance check every month that goes on a SNAP card. At midnight, someone went into a 7-Eleven with a cloned card maybe, and they took $400.
They got to know the PIN number.
Yeah. How the hell did they do it?
Well, they have to have the PIN number. I don't know how they did it, but without the PIN number, they couldn't have done it.
The office says
that's the same with Colorado. They use Snap.
The office says it is widespread. How does this happen?
The PIN is set by the cardholder, so they must have intercepted it in the mail.
No, I guess maybe, but why is it widespread?
Card readers, there's a lot of scams. It would work the same on a Snap card.
But you would still have to have the PIN, though. In these Snap cards, you got to have that 4-digit PIN that person sets.
Yeah, but if you're at a gas station and there's a false
you're
unit
saying
on
they
there,
capture the PIN.
They capture the PIN.
Yeah.
And so it's just no different than our cards getting taken over.
They get the PIN with that card reader.
Yep.
Are those? Where do you buy? I went on Amazon. I can't buy one of those scanners. Where do you buy them? No, I'm joking, of course. But we hear about these things. Where do you buy this stuff? Where do you buy stuff to do illegal stuff like that? You hear about it, but where do you buy it? Where can you buy one of those? Okay, I'm searching this. It's okay. What, by the way, SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
So what happened though? Did they get the 400 or not?
No, it's gone. They say sorry.
I've never heard of any bank giving money back if a PIN was used ever.
It says here
that would change banking forever if they started doing that. You could just claim fraud. With
the PIN number.
With the PIN number. I've never heard of any bank ever giving money back. You just never hear of it.
How would someone get someone's PIN number when you said...
He's saying a tracker, but then they would have to clone the card.
When you swipe it or when you put in the chip, you can't do the chip one, but the swipe cards...
But even if they're at a gas pump, like Mark's saying, they still have to put a PIN in order to pump it.
That's what I'm saying.
And if it captured the PIN.
But who would capture that? There's no scanner on the keyboard when you put your PIN in.
They put a false scanner on it.
Yeah.
Okay. You put your card in, you get your gas, you punch it in, they come back at 2 o'clock in the morning, they pull that off, and all the data's been captured.
The entire scanner is fake.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They were doing that at some Walmarts, at the self-checkout.
Yeah.
The entire thing was fake.
How do they install it? How does somebody see them installing this damn thing?
Could be somebody on the inside.
No, but people, here's what I want to know. Do you know anyone, or has it happened to you, where someone has actually gotten a PIN number? How did they get it?
Well, I would think they would generally get the PIN number from the person somehow. Watch them put the PIN in.
I've never been hacked because I trick people. I use password capital PASSW0RD. So when I use, that's my password for everything. And it works because I put the 0 in instead of the O. So it's password capital P with the 0. And when it comes to PIN numbers, I never get hacked because I just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And people never expect it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I need a 6-digit number, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and it's so obvious no one guesses it, and that's my debit card and everything. Dawn, what's going on with you?
Yes. Oh, Tom, I was just telling your screener that I'm a nurse in Pueblo, and I have had probably 6 or 7 patients report the same thing. The first
Now,
time
how
I
is that
heard
happening, Mark? 6 or 7 people. And how do you know them, Dawn?
I'm a nurse. They're my patients.
A nurse,
the first
okay.
time I kind of didn't believe it. I was like, okay, sure, maybe they're making up a story. But then as more and more people came in, and it seems to always be a 7-Eleven.
How? Okay, here's what I want to know. Do you have any idea how it's happening? Did you talk? Did anyone tell you they found out?
Well, they said that they find out when they go to use the card, and there's no money on it.
I
And then
wonder
when
if
they
these
read-
people, if it's a 7-Eleven that these people went to get cash or something. I don't know how a Snap card works. If you can use it for anything, can you get cash or whatever? Is it the same? Maybe that same 7-Eleven. If you went to a 7-Eleven with that card and then that 7-Eleven, it was drained at that 7-Eleven, then we got a scanner problem. But
they're putting skimmers on things.
Interesting. I didn't know that could happen.
I didn't know it could happen with the PIN number. I knew they could skim cards, clone cards when they're with a skimmer. I did not know when you punch in a PIN number that could be captured. But I'm being told how can the whole keyboard
I'm going
be
to see
replaced?
if our guy at our credit card processing company, he
Dawn,
knows it
thanks
all.
for that. See, so these people aren't crazy. No. And it's not that they're reckless. Somebody is hacking Snap cards.
Which is just a Visa or a MasterCard, like Mark said. ATMs, gas pumps, other things, point-of-sale terminals, they can put a false front or a false skimmer on there, and it captures the card number and the PIN numbers.
I don't know how people are getting PIN numbers. And so I'm going to ask, how are people getting PIN numbers?
Type in skimmers, credit card skimmers.
Okay, Mark, picture a machine.
Mm-hmm.
The skimmer, you can put in that little slot. Mm-hmm. What do you do to capture the keys, the punching in of the keys?
It's whatever is coded that they attach to that. The skimmer captures it.
How, though?
I have no idea.
That part I don't understand the technology.
We're gonna find out, man.
Okay, 303-713-8255. It says scammers use phishing techniques. Nope, that's not it. Data breaches. There's no PIN numbers recorded. Skimming devices installed on ATMs capture card information, including PIN numbers.
Yep.
Whoa, how? Okay, so it is a skimmer. They say there are skimmers that capture PINs. But when you put in a PIN, the skimmer catches it.
So, you know the credit card machines? If someone replaces one with their skimmer and it looks just like the 7-Eleven credit card.
That's what they were doing at Walmart.
It's a skimmer. Yeah. On a gas pump, where you put your credit card in, they build something that looks just like.
I have
what
a
you're
Tor
putting your
browser.
credit
I'm going to go on Silk Road and see if I can buy it if they sell skimmers.
You think it was an employee?
Mark, have you ever? I've been doing this lately to investigate and research stuff. O'Brien Legal Services. This is a real estate firm that does real estate law. So if you need a real estate attorney, if you're a landlord, if you're developing something, if you have a problem with easements, eminent domain, adverse possession, maybe you have problems about a fence line, or maybe you just want someone to go over closing docs, or you're buying a house, you want to form a partnership, you're buying it for fix and flip with someone else. O'Brien Legal Services. That's OLS. It stands for O'Brien Legal Services. OLSlaw.com. And the number is 720-370-7388. All right, made in the shade. Window coverings the easy way. They measure to, what did they say, like a 1/16 of an inch or less. And then that's laser measuring. Then they have a designer help you pick the right stuff for the right place. Then what they do is after all of that, they order it from the manufacturers. You get that guarantee plus an installation and an installation guarantee. It's all one stop, made in the shade, denvershades.co. denvershades.co. All right, April 9th, AMC Southlands. That's a beautiful theater, by the way. We're going to have a movie, and it's sponsored by Joseph Cano, a certified financial planner. And it's a docudrama about retirement and the dilemma people are facing. Really, you should see it. It is informational. It is not a sales job, but it talks about ways to hedge your retirement. I want you to be there. It's at 7 in the evening. Find out more, mymoneymyway.com. Oh, my God in heaven. My God in heaven. Okay, did you want to tell me something? Okay, but did you also want to tell me, did you write Forget About PBS, or was that from before? Okay, I'll see you, honey. Bye. I'm going to go on my Tor browser and try to find it.
They have them.
Have you ever done a Tor browser?
What is
Well, I want you to look at it first and respond, and we'll go from there, man. It might not. I don't think it's a big deal. Bye.
What's that, Mark?
Just a complaint on Master Rooter.
Oh. He's a good guy, isn't he?
I just never get them. They're dirt cheap, man.
Master Rooter?
Dirt cheap.
Oh, they're so good.
Sewers, too?
Oh, they're cheaper on sewer lines than virtually anybody. I got one guy in the Springs that's cheaper, but it's a father and son that own their own excavation. They're not plumbers. They're sewer line replacement, water line. I mean,
Who
they're...
is, Mark? Who?
You do their spots. Tells the name of them. Rocky Mountain something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. Do you have a Tor browser?
No.
What's a Tor browser?
Yeah, what is that?
It is the dark web.
Oh.
And you onionize it, meaning it'll give you sites that are illegal.
And then when the feds come a knocking...
Well, no. Now I was told, how can this be illegal?
Why would you want to go to an illegal site?
No, I want to research like where to buy skimmers and stuff. I'm not going to do it, but you can go on here and.
I see.
I'm gonna
Show research.
Look at man. I had a story one time for TV they wouldn't let me do because I searched it and found it. This was years ago, Silk Road, years ago. You could buy anything, drugs, anything on Silk Road, anything.
Don't you open yourself up when you go on one of those dark webs?
Not here. This Tor browser protects you.
Oh.
And plus it goes through a VPN. Again, I'm not trying to do anything wrong.
I know that.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, these skimmers are pretty technically advanced. Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. We got a comment from JR about snap cards. Go ahead, JR. What's going on?
Tom, what's going on? I just thought I'd call in. I can't tell you, of course, but I work for a major retailer, and on our gas pumps, we have security. We have security tags for that purpose. But it is so easy to skim cards. It's not even funny.
Well, okay, hold on a sec. And I mean this. I don't want people to break the law. Obviously, I fight against it my whole life. But really, truly, JR, where do people buy scanners? Come on. We hear about these scanners.
So here's what I'm just trying to tell you, Tommy. You asked a question, and here it is. It happens all the time. Thank God we're preventative on that, and it doesn't happen anymore to us. But there's a little piece that goes on the bottom of the credit card reader. You don't even see it. And they slide their card in, and that person is a block away, or not even a block away, in the same parking lot. And when you slide
But
your
where
card,
do you find these scanners?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I wonder if a lot of it's urban legend. No, I know there are scanners, but I don't think. But how?
I know someone that used to buy card readers for DirecTV and clone those cards all the time, and he would get all of that stuff out of Canada.
Now, Mark,
by the time you get your card, guys, and you wake up out of bed and your card's been loaded that night from the government, Social Security, disability, whatever it may be, the new cards they're handing out federally, your money has been taken out. It's that quick and that easy, and they've changed the PIN number.
I get you, man. Thank you. Now, have you these skimmers, like, for example, the one that was supposedly in Walmart, the whole unit was phony. How the hell did they install it?
Well, I don't know, but they did. I know a couple things about that one story because I saw some of the video on it. One of them was panhandling or acting like a panhandler right in front of Walmart, and it turned out they were part of the installation. They probably did it right during the day. Probably leaned right over that thing and knew what they were doing.
Or pretended to be a service
But
company.
they literally sat there and watched it. They had the two guys, I think one was a woman, watching what was going on at the register they put the skimmer on for about 3 or 4 hours. So they knew when to capture it.
Yeah. Caleb and Paul, hang on, please. We'll be back with you coming up.
It's Caleb.
Huh?
It's Caleb. You said Caleb.
It's not. It's Caleb?
I think it's Caleb.
Oh.
Oh, Caleb.
Caleb.
What'd you say?
Caleb. No, wait. Caleb. I said.
You said Caleb.
Oh, I said Caleb.
Caleb. I said Caleb. You said Caleb.
It's Caleb.
And you.
It is
We're gonna
definitely
find
Caleb.
out.
So Silk Road.
Okay.
Silk Road.
I can't believe we're having this.
On whatever now .onion. Black market.
You're gonna feel. Kelly, do you see that expert I put up for you to get on?
A black market. So .onion, by the way, are dark websites. Did you know that?
.onion.
.onion.
I know. I know.
Yeah. Uncensored wiki. What is that?
I've heard of people getting sucked into the dark web. It's a weird place out there.
I heard that the dark web, you can order pizzas for half price.
From Anthony's.
From Anthony's, if you know the dark web code.
Where's the bathroom? To the back, to the left?
Yeah, go head towards the windows and all the way down the hall left.
Mark, you want me to walk you over there?
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right, so straight now. So amazing. I've always wondered how to get on that. I thought it was like www.darkweb.
Darkweb.com.
No, you need a special Tor browser with a VPN.
Tommy Chopper says, tell Tom to watch YouTube videos on scanners for scamming credit cards.
Okay. But this Tor browser, it always makes me nervous when I'm on it because, and there's no ads or anything, but I don't know how people make money on it, Mark, on this Tor browser and the VPN. Well, the VPN you pay for, but then you pay for that anyway. But you got to connect your VPN to it. It verifies your VPN, and then you go onto this browser, and I'm telling you, like, okay, there's nothing you can't find on it, on .onion sites. So why is that allowed to be? Why don't people stop it? Does anyone know?
I don't know anything about that stuff.
I don't think they can stop it. That's the whole deal. How do they? Who would stop it?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, by the way, Silk Road was shut down. That black market was shut down.
You having fun, Bo?
This is very
I
interesting.
just wanted to get you in here so you can sort of get a feel of how things work in here and before you start taking cases. I like people to come in and just
I appreciate it.
get to know the vibe a little bit.
I didn't think I'd be able to get to skate through the whole thing this week.
You don't have to, but I was hoping you would.
Oh no, I will. Don't. Not that I'd be here just for 10 minutes, but this is very interesting.
no. Oh, sorry I didn't make that clear to you. I thought I told you to always feel free to bring in a laptop so you can surf the web.
Oh.
If you don't have connection on your phone, I can give you a password so you have Wi-Fi.
I had it shut down because I didn't want to get the ring or get texts while you're on the air.
Oh, okay. Well,
I put it on vibrate.
yeah, just put it on vibrate. It's not a big deal. If you want to turn it on, I can get you the code for the Wi-Fi.
So do you and Mark plan on taking over from Tom someday?
Yeah.
He's gonna be. You figure someday he's gonna be leaving. Surprised he hasn't left.
Get
already.
Tom to watch the video above. It is so simple. Chris Cartwright, there is no video above. I don't think our chat allows that. Oh, I'm in top chat, not live chat. See it.
It doesn't show links. Never
Yeah.
does. You can't put links up, bro.
Chris Cartwright, just email me, help@troubleshooter.com. Just put 4 Sues.
What's Red Rock's Brook? Yeah.
Brooke.
There was someone else that bounced.
That what?
Didn't go through Euro.
I can show you where to look if you ever want to look at those. There's a place you can look at declines. Did you know that?
No, but I mean, I remember it because I'm doing them all right now.
Oh, okay.
Suzanne, how long have you guys been doing this?
We've been back with Tom now it's been 10 years. 9.5, 10 years. But I actually, when our kids are in their 20s now, but when they were babies, I was Tom's bookkeeper and.
Didn't you start the referral list? You took the fees for people?
Back in the day I did.
Because my company was on their referral. That was like 25 years ago.
Yeah. So I worked for Tom. I started working for Tom the first time, I think when our daughter was, so it's only been about 22 years.
And it wasn't here, it was downtown.
No, I worked for Tom at his Franktown house. I did all of his real estate books, all of his troubleshooter books. He had homeowners associations he was a part of that I did all the fees for that. Like, I did everything for him. And then back then, Mark filled in for him. And then we parted ways for several years, and then been back for 9.5. So parted ways for about 7 or 8 years.
Hey, Mark, you gotta help Ryan do a stream.
Do a what?
He doesn't have a camera, he's Ryan.
No.
Why don't we just keep that up and have him, or is that too hard for him?
It's on our channel. I mean, he needs to have vMix.
So that right there is all pre-programmed?
Not the camera, but all this. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely pre-programmed our shit as far as the IP address.
But he should buy his own and just feed to YouTube. He wouldn't need shit.
Did you read all of that first? That I show in 2022
Yeah.
and 23, the differences?
Yeah, I have no, because I could shoot Mr. Martino over that last year.
Do what?
You just, I'm not even going to get into it on here. Just QC Colorado last year. I don't know what you did.
You were nice.
Wait, they didn't pay me?
No, they did. They did.
Then what was I nice about?
You just jumped in and did something. I have no idea why. I just don't know. And now I'm playing
I'll
cleanup.
text you.
I mean, Mark, you got to talk to me about what you're talking about. For God's
Here.
Right, yeah.
Here, I'll text you, Tom.
I jumped in. I don't remember jumping in on shit.
There you go.
He didn't want to spend any money. Is his problem ever?
Keep it on. 630 KHOW.
Yeah.
advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Oh, my goodness, did I hit a nerve when I said snap cards being cloned? How are they getting PIN numbers? And I'm finding that they sell skimmers that capture your PIN when you punch it in. I'm not sure how. Caleb, go ahead. What do you have to say, Caleb?
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of give an idea of how that works since I've seen some of these different machines and teardowns online. The skimmers that capture the PIN numbers, they basically have a PIN pad sticker that goes over the PIN pad, and it looks almost identical to the PIN pad. So when you punch it in there, there's a little cable running out the back of the sticker to the capture skimmer device, and that allows them to capture the PIN pad as well as the card.
My God. And where do you buy stuff like this?
I think most of it's probably just homemade. I mean, most of these skimmers, if you look at the teardowns, it's just off-the-shelf parts. Yeah, so if you see a PIN pad with a little cable coming out the back of it, probably don't use that one. This is more common on, like, ATM machines, right? Because then you have debit cards go through there.
That is so amazing. Thank you for your information. And Stan, oh, he's not there anymore. Somebody was on the line and said they were an expert at card skimming. If you can call back, Stan, I don't see you there anymore. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Caleb, thank you for your call. And we have Paul who has a comment on LexisNexis. Go ahead, Paul. Oh, well, let me do this for you. There you go, Paul. Sorry, my fault. Go ahead, Paul.
That's all right. As many of your listeners have recently heard, automobile manufacturers typically collect lots of data about your driving, et cetera, and sell that information to LexisNexis and some other organizations, as well as use it appropriately for internal providing the services that you want, that you've asked for in your car itself. Or your GPS and things of that nature that you're using. So that part is fine. So I've opted out for as much as I can with my manufacturer of the newer vehicles that I have. And then
how do you opt out? I didn't even know you could.
Oh yeah. Well, I did it with my Subaru. There's a form online that you could opt out as well as delete all the information, and then they give you the copy of all the information that they had collected, so you know where that information was shared. So that's what I know for a fact from Subaru. I should be getting my data in about 30 more days. They get about 45 days to complete that process. And then I did the same with LexisNexis. Now, as you know, So Subaru, as well as the other manufacturers, were selling it to LexisNexis, using it internally, but also selling it to other organizations, data collectors. Wherever they could sell it, they were going to sell it and make some money off of your personal data and habits, insurance companies directly.
All right, I'm picking up what you're laying down, but where are we going with it?
Well, I just now finished my submission to LexisNexis. So you could either do a security freeze that's freeze your whole LexisNexis file so they can't distribute that.
You mean
out
just like with credit files, you can freeze your LexisNexis?
Yes, but I did something better than that for me anyway.
Wait a minute, I never heard of this before.
I just heard about it this morning, and I just completed the process, and it's no big deal. It takes 30 seconds to complete online, and then they send you via mail.
And if you don't, so are you telling me that if you don't opt out, what happens?
They're free to provide that information to any client they have, whether it be insurance companies.
And they get the information from auto manufacturers.
As well as all kinds of other. I mean, LexisNexis, as you know, is a huge database collector, creator.
Yeah, but I thought
They do more than that. But listen, I didn't bother with a security freeze from LexisNexis. I opted out so they can no longer collect any of that information, share that information, I should say, and they are required to delete my entire information they have.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know what to say about that. So if you've been to court in Douglas County and you got arrested for someone or had a lawsuit, I could no longer look you up?
Are you saying
through LexisNexis? No. Through
what?
Yes.
Okay. But that's public information. How can you possibly put a block on it?
No. LexisNexis is a private database.
Yes, but it's a private database of public information.
Well, that's fine. That source of that public information is no longer available. You can get that information elsewhere. So I specifically called LexisNexis. I not only completed the process just a moment ago before I called you, but I had called LexisNexis, spoke to someone, and asked about that. Not that I'm hiding anything. I've been in Colorado
understand
for over
that,
30 years.
but I see, Ray, you don't have to repeat it because I do know what you're saying. You're saying LexisNexis, this huge database, which, by the way, has all kinds of information from the courts. I don't see how you as an individual can tell them they can't use that public information. It's public information.
They can't share it.
Well, okay. Well, they can't. They can't share it. But who said? But you, for example, Ray, if I wanted to look up every court document on you, and I wanted to go on the radio and share that, do you know there is nothing you can do about that?
Yeah, because it's public information.
Right. So that's what I'm asking. Why would LexisNexis allow people to freeze a file that is free to publish?
Because it's state law.
There's a state law that says that
Law. In Colorado, when you go up to every state is slightly different. I'm guessing that most of them are fairly similar. Colorado allows me to not only freeze, delete, and opt out. So when you put in your address and they identify it from Colorado, another section pops up in the
Mark,
form.
do you believe this?
I believe you can opt out of some of the information. I just don't know.
He says it's state law that they must freeze, delete, or opt out upon request.
So can I opt out of my Clue report so my insurance company can't report anything? Is that cool too, man?
Listen.
I'm asking you.
Okay,
It's generated. My claim history is LexisNexis.
I asked specifically about insurance companies and courts. And what I was told was that, for instance, if Colorado obviously maintains their own database, criminal and civil records.
Yeah, Colorado
et cetera,
courts. Keep going.
Right. Okay. But if they wanted to use, as some courts do, LexisNexis as a means to search a record of an individual in another state, if they were to use LexisNexis, they couldn't access that, is what I was told.
I don't believe it, okay? Now, I'm not calling Ray. I believe you believe it, but I don't believe it. So,
I'm telling you what I was told.
I'm getting it. I want to know the number.
Everybody in the state of Colorado right now should get rid of their Clue report through LexisNexis if they've had a hail claim or any claims ever.
I'm serious, Ray. I'm not kidding.
Auto claims.
Stop. I'm not kidding when I say this. This is, if it's true, you have dropped up. I keep calling you Ray, damn it. It's Paul. Ray's the next guy. Paul, I just want to say this because I know you've called before and you're not a nut and you have a lot of good information. I recognize your voice, but here's what I want to know or tell you. If this is true, this is probably one of the biggest pieces of information on this show ever, if that's true. But I don't think it is true. I want to know the number you called.
I called LexisNexis, the one. I did it online, and I called LexisNexis.
Do you have the number?
Yes. Let me.
I want the number. I literally want the number.
Right. I will give you that.
Yeah. Good.
All right. Let me go back there because. Oh shit.
Okay. I gotta kill that delay. Did you get it? I got it. Okay. Hold on, bro. Just hold on. When he gets the number, get it to me, okay, Kachina? I can't wait any longer. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hey, Stan, I got to take a break, but are you an expert on card skimming?
He's our expert.
Oh, he's with our company.
Oh, that sounds funny. He's our expert on card skimming.
He's with our company.
Yes.
Okay, Stan. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that's who you were. Listen, man, can you hold for a minute because we want to talk to you about these skimmers?
I'd be happy to.
Thank you, sir.
Michael Brown here. I had a procedure done at Aspenwood Dental recently. From the check-in process.
Okay, so it looks like you might be able to freeze it. Your Lexus Nexus.
RKC Automotive, dependable, knowledgeable, honest, and of value with value pricing. RKC on Evans, west of Tejon. Listen, Ramondo's been there for many, many years. If you're looking for a big fancy shop that charges you out the nose, you're not going to find it there. You're going to find a down-home automotive expert for old and new cars and heavy and light maintenance. 720-749-3965. 720-749-3965. RKC Automotive. RedRocksRS.com. That's a solar company that does sales, installation, and service. And they specialize in helping you through the financing process, the grants, and the tax credits. They do it all for you. Give them a call from beginning to end. And they also have systems that they oversize for commercial operators to sell back to the grid. And that's RedRocksRS.com.
So I'm just going to basically, okay, we'll see how it ends.
Mark, you can freeze it?
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm back to this clusterfuck from last year you did.
I don't even, Mark, all they did is sign me up for an endorsement like they do every year.
Yeah, and you used numbers last year that I don't even understand where you came up with. 750? Where has that ever come up in my entire life? Ever?
I charged 750.
So I'm looking at your information to her last year. And I have no idea how Colorado Springs, you got zero. I have no idea how you did that.
Got zero? What do you mean?
You didn't get an endorsement fee for it.
I did it free last year?
I don't know what the fuck you did last year because you did it. I'm getting pieces from her right now. We shouldn't be having this conversation like this, though.
But
I'm just telling her I don't.
So why am I not doing it this year?
Well, do you want to do it at the same price you did last year?
No.
Okay, that's what I told her. I mean, I don't know what happened.
There was a mistake last year. In fact, Mark, I don't think it was that last year. I don't think it was.
Well, she's the one that gave me the numbers. She's the one that bills it.
750.
No,
It was 750 and 250, 1,000 total.
no, they were separate. I told you the amounts per.
They're right
entity.
here. You just sent them to me. 2022. 2022, $1,500 a month for both. 2023,
No,
$1,000.
that was for TSN. RL is separate.
I'm not talking about
Oh,
RL. I'm
pardon
talking
me.
about his endorsement. You dropped it 50% last year.
I don't
have no
understand
idea
how
why.
you come up with 50%. I collected what I showed you.
It went from 1,500 to 1,000. That's 50%.
Oh, pardon me. Okay. My math only goes so far.
So the endorsement was 15 and the referral
Always.
was 250.
But then you renegotiated last year.
And then it was 15 and 250.
Because you dealt with it yourself.
It was 15 and 250, right?
Last year, 1 and 2. 1,200.
What?
Yeah.
What was it the year before when it was 1,500 and 250?
300. 1,500 and 300.
And okay, I have no idea then.
Here.
I must have been in a I honest to God, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the contract that you sent me from last year.
Okay,
And that is what it is. I mean, it's
I
just
did 12 and 2. I mean, I did 1 and 2.
1 and 2 instead of 15 and 3.
Okay.
So he just gets all riled up.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why I did that. I might have thought that's what I had been doing, maybe. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You and I are going to go over that sheet later.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to get it updated just
we'll-
properly so you have.
But I just want to, here's what I want. No, we shouldn't be
I
talking.
know.
We're always fucking online, but
I wonder. You know what I do wonder? If one day next week or in the next week or two, I just come over to your house during the show and put the guest chair with Mark.
But we can go over it real quick right now just to look at it. I mean, but
Oh, I could look at it and send you an email the changes you need to make.
I'd rather have you there because I always have questions. And
Okay.
my main concern
We could do it over the phone too.
is there a way we can kill this fucking sound or not? None.
Well,
there's
and I think we need more time.
Okay? No, because there's just one thing I wanted to ask, but it's.
I love yelling at you when you don't collect enough money for you. That's my favorite part of dealing
Mark,
with you.
here's what must have happened. I swear to God. No, I know what happened. I didn't even. No, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't check previous years. I automatically thought it was 1 and 2 because that's what I usually do for
Okay.
small companies. I swear to God, I probably did that, and then she thought, wow, because I never ever would have just dropped it if I'd known.
And I feel like I don't want to challenge you in your decision, so I didn't say anything.
I think that's what I did because, like I did.
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Stan, by the way, is with SavingOnFees.com, Merchants First. It's the company Mark and I did to do credit card processing the right way for merchants. So if I'm going to plug ourselves, what it is we save people money no matter what. And it's no long-term agreement and no charge for equipment, right?
Yeah, SavingOnFees.com has all the info. SavingOnFees.com. And this is our guy, Stan.
How many
He's
years have we
basically
been
the
doing
brains.
it? Have we been doing it for many years now?
We've been doing it for about 3 years, yeah.
By the way,
in fact, this is a little separate, and then we'll dig into this card skimmers, but they now have, Stan, just real quick,
Let me
we
bring
have
him up.
options now for 0 fees, right? Zero
fees, right?
0 fees, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, but go ahead, ask.
We make our money elsewhere, but we get 0 fees and we get free equipment and no long-term contracts.
Yeah, but what happens is the person paying is the one that pays the fees.
Right, of course, obviously, it's built in. So now here's what I want to know, Stan. Card skimmers. What do you know about them? You're in the business, of course. You're our guy. You're our boss man as far as doing the company. How do skimmers work? Although, of course, we're not encouraging skimmers. How do they work?
Well, typically skimmers are a device put onto a credit card machine. A big problem is when you go pay at the pump, there's a device put on there that takes the credit card, instead of going directly into the pay at the pump, it hits the skimmer first. So the big problem today is consumers need to be very aware of what they're doing. And so if you see a peripheral device put onto a credit card machine, that's typically going to be a skimmer.
Well, how would you know? Stan, help us out, though. How? And maybe we can look it up on YouTube and stuff. But how do you know when you go to a skimmer? Are they in the slot that you scan the card?
Yeah, they're put on the outside of the slot, typically where the card goes in. So you hit the skimmer before you hit the extra credit card device.
But it also does trigger for gasoline. So you get your gas, but you also get skimmed. Now, do they also have devices to capture chip cards, or are they ultimately safe right now?
Can you clone a chip yet? Can you, just like they used to clone the stripes?
Are there skimmers for chips?
Not today. No, because you have to put your PIN in. So the only way to do a debit card transaction is still to put your PIN in. But if they run their debit card as a regular credit card, yes, they can.
Okay.
The problem is consumers need to be aware who and where they're giving their card to.
a lot of times when you give your card to somebody and they walk away with your card, they can touch that card next to a skimmer and capture the information. So number one is always keep your card at your person. Like when you go to a restaurant today, they give you the credit card to put your credit card in. So
Now-
you're not giving up your credit card.
Now they also have
walking away.
keypads, right? They also have keypads they put over the keypad for capturing.
Yep.
The problem our emailer had, Stan, listen to this. It's one of those SNAP cards that's given out by the feds or the state of Colorado, and they always have to put a PIN number in. So the card showed up. Apparently it had $400 on it, and it wouldn't work for her. So she finally reached out to SNAP or Colorado or whomever, and it looked like someone went to a 7-Eleven and used all $400 of it and had her PIN. So we're trying to figure out how would they have gotten, without having the card in hand, but having the PIN, how did they do that?
I would say they had to give the PIN number to somebody that used that card.
Well, actually, here's another way. I'm looking online, and if they went to a 7-Eleven or somewhere that had one of these devices on it, they're so cleverly disguised as a keyboard that you actually do type the real, when you have to put in your zip and all and your PIN, but it also captures it on top.
But didn't you say that emailer had possession of the card?
No, what I said was, no, I said he cloned the card. They don't know. They don't actually know. All they know is the money was gone.
No. What I'm saying is, did they have a card? The person that emailed...
Okay, the person that emailed us has their card.
That's what I'm saying. And it was never used before, and there was supposed to be $400 on it.
Well, they had a card.
But who set the PIN then, is what I'm saying.
Okay, that card was in their possession a long time. They've gotten payments every month on that card, right? So on the day they were supposed to get the payment, which was today.
When the card gets reloaded.
Yeah.
I get you.
As soon as the card was reloaded, somebody swiped it. And not swiped it, somebody stole the money out. We don't know if the person who stole the money actually had a card. I mean, we don't know how they did it. Here's the deal. All we know is that they
That's
did.
what we got to find out.
Yeah. And then, but I've looked now on YouTube.
And hold on, Stan, one more thing, though. When people do have money stolen or they use it with the PIN, I have never heard of a chargeback being successful because they had the PIN. Is that correct?
Yes. And it's very hard on a SNAP card or a debit card to get a charge back through. On
Yeah,
a
it's
regular
almost...
credit card, yes. But on a debit or SNAP, no.
Yeah. And by the way, on this one device, there's an overlay that is so clever, and they overlay the keyboard with another light keyboard along with the skimmer. It's an amazing process, and they must make them just for specific machines because they fit like a glove over that particular machine.
Yes. Scanning is an art today, and it's becoming more and more advanced every day.
That's why what we need is we need to start doing fingerprints and chips, and that's it.
That's coming, I bet. That's a good one, actually.
Fingerprints, like they do,
Although
like,
I saw a
like,
movie where they
Clear.
cut the guy's thumb off and then just used it.
If you have that much money. No, but you know how Clear uses a fingerprint? That's all they need, a fingerprint and a chip.
Or eyeballs.
Yeah.
Clear does eyeballs. Hey, Stan, if someone out there is sick of paying all the high fees, what number should they call to reach out to you, man?
I'm going to give you my personal cell number.
Nice.
303
Okay.
916-8693, and we will help anybody and everybody on saving money on their fees.
It's savingonfees.com, and here's the number, savingonfees.com. If you're in business, it's Mark and I own this. We will process your cards.
We had one, the biggest one I can think of. They do about $2 or $3 million a year. I'm not going to say the name of the business.
Yeah.
We saved them about $75,000 a year.
Yeah. So, Mark, I don't know if you guys on the solar business.
Big tickets, but you probably don't take credit cards.
No,
Yeah.
probably not. Yeah. But anyway, savingonfees.com, 303-916-8693. Hey, thank you, Stan, for being here.
Thanks, man.
We appreciate it.
This is Denver's talk station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver.
Here's the deal.
Those people don't want to come on anymore about the snap card. That's fine.
Here's the deal with the. Listen to this, man. The LexisNexis. It looks like you can freeze a file, but then if you go to get insurance, they can't pull the clue report. So you're fuck you. They'll cancel you.
But you can freeze it.
You can freeze it, I guess, in Colorado.
That is amazing to me.
But the problem is, once again, you can't do anything. It's like freezing your credit. You got to reopen it.
So,
for
Mark,
people to
let me
look
ask
at
you
it.
this. That means court records, too. LexisNexis.
That part I don't know. I don't know how you could freeze court records. That seems crazy.
What does the law say about that?
Well, it's not the law. I'm just reading on LexisNexis.
Oh, that you can freeze.
Yeah, but all it's talking about is your clue report data. Mark found a good link, too. I saw it. I just didn't dive into it.
What's that one?
It's right. I think it was on their site, too. Let me look.
FixMyHome.com. That's the website for Fix It 24/7, and they're doing the extreme clean on your AC, the only company that truly does it. They increase efficiency by 30% or up to 30%, and they take a few hours. It's the best deal ever. What are you kidding me? $39. They just want to show you what they can do for new customers. That's what they want to do, and then put the sticker on there so you'll use them in the future. Take advantage of this screaming deal. FixMyHome.com. FixMyHome.com. Do you want to see a movie with Mark and I? Do you want to see what it's like to retire in today's world, or what it could be in 10 years, or what it could be in 15 years? Here's the deal. There's
It's a good movie, too, man.
It really is. It's April 9th. It's updated docudrama. The retirement dilemma, or the baby boomer dilemma about retirement.
I think you can actually see the what do you call it, the preamble or whatever on the website, right?
Yeah, you see the preview, right?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. When you go to this movie, it won't be a sales job. It'll be a truly informative docudrama about what's facing baby boomers today. Okay? Now, no matter what age you are, you really should see this about retirement. And you can find out more at mymoneymyway.com.
mymoneymyway.com. And last time we did this about 6 months ago, we sold out 175 people. So go there right now.
We only have
sign up.
147 seats.
It's a smaller theater this time, but it's gorgeous. It's right up at what's that place called?
AMC, and it's at Southlands.
Southlands, nice theater. Free popcorn.
303-779-6600. He's working there. He's working there every day.
He's doing good.
He's taken over the damn business. and
He's doing
good.
very
What
good.
business?
Oh, it's Excel Roofing.
Oh, is he? Jay stepped him back a little bit?
Well, not now, but he will be.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Henry's a really smart kid for that business stuff.
Okay. Did I send you the 3 I need you to call?
I'm working on them right now.
Cool. And then this one. Oh, this one's unbelievable. Tom got involved in this one. Cost himself.
Here we go.
Cost yourself $46,000 on this one. That's all right though.
Jesus Christ.
I've got one handled so far. Just so you know. And then who was the
We're going to have to game plan on how this. I'll talk to you later on it, but you've got to fix this. We cannot set this precedent. It's insane.
No, we'll just
Not
won't
only
do
that,
it. I
not
just
only
won't
that,
do
they're
it.
fucking seasonal.
I just won't do it.
Well, I don't want to do that either, but we're going to figure it out and how to make it right for everybody. I'll play cleanup.
Okay. the freeze for LexisNexis does not include
What?
does
Court.
not affect generally public records available elsewhere.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So what does it affect, right? Isn't that funny?
All demographic and private financial information, driving information, insurance information, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder, we should ask Brian next time we talk to him. Have they ever went to get insurance or quote insurance and someone had their Clue report locked? I bet it works just like a credit or credit being locked. They're like, you got to open it up or else we can't do anything.
So 105, they're letting Mug Club members, this is our favorite brewery, come in early for the mugs for the Colorado Pint Day.
Oh, yeah, cool.
We collect Colorado Pint Day.
We've got.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we love that day.
I didn't know that was the day. I'm
It's
going
like
to
our
celebrate it.
Christmas.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, it's always
And you
in
get
April.
you get a glass.
All the different breweries do it. And
Yeah,
you get
It's the same glass at all the breweries.
But it's
So
different
we got,
art every year.
Yeah, different every year.
Station 26 up by
Oh,
my
yeah.
place.
You live up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have we been there?
I think Cranack lives up that way. Isn't that by Platte River?
Is it right off the water?
No, up by
I
Stapleton Central Park.
Oh, okay. I've seen. You know what? We went there.
Oh,
once.
yeah, yeah.
It's in an old fire
Is it sort of
station.
outdoorsy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were there
on
within
a
the last
corner.
6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right by Planned Parenthood.
Oh, sweet. You can get an abortion and a
Or
beer.
you can get free condoms, take a gallon.
Free condoms, an abortion, and a beer.
Oh my.
Wouldn't that be funny if you go in for an abortion and they give you a free beer coupon?
Oh, Mark.
Or Colorado Springs, Triple J Armory, your destination for tranquility in precision.
630 KHAL, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man. Don't forget, you can call him for a free analysis of your home, what it will sell for on the market with his expertise of 30 years. And he'll tell you, and then he'll do a detailed analysis to let you know what you can even buy with the proceeds if you want. That's Frank Duran. Never holds you to a long-term contract. No obligation for this analysis. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. 303-920-1622. All right, now, I want to continue, and we have Ray now, and Ray wants to comment. We were talking earlier about a law in New York that actually says if you submit false information with the intent to defraud, it says it must be an intent to defraud, and then you submit false information or utter it in a statement to a bank or to a lender in order to get, a loan, or that you exaggerate your ability to repay, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading it verbatim, obviously, but this would be a crime in New York. And that's what they got Trump on, even though the bank said, hey, we didn't think he defrauded us, and we didn't think the loans were bad, and he repaid them all, and no one got hurt. So I made a comment on this saying, even if you hate Trump, you got to see the danger in laws like this because they're so subjective. What do you have to say about that, Ray?
Tom, consider this. His CPAs disavowed 20 years of financial statements. Look at the issues on the financial statements. An 11,000 square foot triplex repeatedly reported as 33,000. 40 Wall Street.
Wait, no, go ahead, Ray.
40 Wall Street. He owns the leasehold to 40 Wall Street.
Okay.
And then there was the estate, I think it's Seven Springs. It has an easement, yet he was declaring the full value. Your CPAs wouldn't let you do that. Shame on the president.
No, wait a minute. How much, no, I want those specifics you gave now. So when he put that on his financial statement, let's follow this through. Was it with an intent to defraud?
Well, the CPAs thought so. They disavowed the statements, and they said so.
No, wait a minute. But was it with, in other words, the loans he was getting, the loans he got, okay, the loans, they were good loans on loan to value and appraisals that no one's disputing. In other words, the loan itself.
No, they were disputed.
No, they weren't. They were not the loans.
Well,
no, first of all, the law
here's
does not apply. The law, hold on. The law does not apply to
Attorney General.
The law does not apply to the appraisals. The appraisals are done by third parties, by the lender themselves. They would have to arrest the lender for exaggerating the price in order to give someone a loan.
And both of you are, at this point, there's a strange assumption that Trump himself put together these financials. That's not true.
But
he signed them.
But his organization.
Who cares if he signed them?
But he did sign them. But you could make the argument, as they do with the IRS and innocent spouses, that there was no intent to defraud. But I'm not going to make that argument. I'm going to go with you, Ray. What I'm saying is, even if those properties you mentioned were exaggerated in value, and the actual loans, however, were legit LTVs, loan to value ratios, and each and every loan was paid back, and each and every loan had a normal interest rate.
And the banks are happy, fat and happy.
How? I want to ask you truly, and I mean this, Ray, with all due respect, I really mean this. Who got harmed by that?
But here's
Ray, can you please answer? Who got harmed by that?
By using the incorrect LTVs, he got the benefit of lower interest rates.
That's not what the bank said and testified to.
The bank said he did not.
The bank said we got our money back.
What?
No, they said they were good loans.
But were the people? This was the
Look,
people.
all she watches is MSNBC, so she only knows
hold on,
one
Mark.
side.
Ray, that's not me talking. Ray, listen. Here's what I want to ask you. It was the people of New York versus Donald Trump. What I want to know is, how were the people in New York harmed by this? And where was the intent to defraud? Who lost a dime?
Because I couldn't go out and do that as a little cheap by me.
Who was hurt by this, Ray? The people of New York versus Donald Trump over his personal financial statement for loans that were paid back 100%, where the banks themselves said, we were not defrauded, we got a normal interest rate, and the loan to value ratios we did not dispute. They were done by third party appraisers. So what I want to know is, truly, I mean this, Ray, who truly got hurt? Did any New Yorker lose a dime? Did any New Yorker lose a dime from this?
The Attorney General said.
God, let her answer, Mark.
She doesn't answer.
Well, let her. Go ahead, Ray.
The Attorney General said, by using those made-up LTVs, he got a benefit that you and I couldn't get.
Ray, listen.
We are the people.
Ray, listen. You keep saying made up LTVs. Okay, do you know what LTV is?
You're talking to a squirrel.
LTV means loan to value. Do you understand that this lawsuit had nothing to do with loan to values? It had to do with financial statements. And the loan to values are not set by the borrower. They're set by a third party appraiser sent by the bank. The bank is the one that sets the loan to value, not the borrower. You have it wrong, Ray. Ray?
That's not
Ray.
What the attorney
You have it wrong.
It's about the financial statement.
It's about the financial statement.
It's about the financial statement.
Listen, Ray, no one got hurt. My God. See, this truly is Trump derangement syndrome.
It's incredible. I'm glad you got to experience it.
No, it truly is. Because no one got hurt.
And we didn't even get into the punishment of $480 million.
No,
ask her what she thinks about that.
I'm not going to ask her.
Here's what she's going to say. The guy.
Here's what she said. Her entire justification was that we could not do that.
Her entire justification is MSNBC.
Ray, your entire premise is wrong. Loan to value is not set by Donald Trump. It's not. It's set by the bank and third-party appraisers. The appraisers don't even work for the bank.
She doesn't get it. Has nothing to do at that time. You're never going to explain that to her.
But I promise you, Ray, I would let you talk. I know Mark kept interrupting there.
Because she has nothing to say that makes any sense whatsoever.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
You going to let a guy call up and talk about bananas and strawberries for an hour?
Here's what I like to do, Mark. I like them to complete a sentence, and then I'll decide if they have something.
Well, you're good at letting them let their own rope out so they can hang themselves a little further.
You
get upset because she's a moron.
You anticipated or tried to anticipate what she was going to say, and you were right. But I don't. What I want to do is make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing, and then I decide what it is. In this case, she just has it wrong, 100% wrong.
But you could never convince her
and
of that.
Do you understand? I got to say this. I take politics out of it completely. I wouldn't be friends with Donald Trump because he's not my type. I just don't like. Look, this has nothing to do with politics. I don't like his personality and stuff. Okay, I just don't like him. But he's done wrong.
That's part of the Trump syndrome within itself.
No, it isn't, Mark. I don't like him.
Anybody, I've
there are
said
plenty
this
of people I
100
don't
times.
like. I'm going to tell you this. Regardless of politics, I don't like him. I don't like Biden. I do like Obama. I like Bill Clinton. I mean, I'm talking about if I was just on the surface.
Tom, if you were kicked
I like
and
Ronald
everybody,
Reagan.
the Russia, and some hooker over in Russia you were peeing on, and all this BS from the Hillary campaign back in 2016, then it goes into the entire FBI, the CIA, everybody going against them, dealing with the guy named Fauci, the news kicking him in the balls every day, you'd have a bad attitude too.
No, I see what you're saying. The argument is, what Mark is saying is they brought it out.
They brought it out. What
Now,
else is he supposed to do?
But
we've never. How many indictments? 91 indictments. It's never happened before.
No, Mark, I totally agree with you that they are attacking him beyond compare.
But that's why he's an ass.
But here's what I want to tell you: the very first night, he won at the Republican headquarters when he won the election, and he went up to the podium. He could have been so conciliatory. He could have been so magnanimous. He could have been.
But they attacked him like never before. It's never happened.
What came
like
first,
that.
the chicken or the egg? Was he an a-hole before, or did he become an a-hole because
That's
he
the
had
question,
to be?
and I say the chicken came after the egg.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'd like to know what people think, but I also want your problems, questions, complaints, of course. And by the way, this is kind of weird that we're discussing this because I'll tell you why. Whatever happens in New York or whatever happens in California usually happens in New York or usually happens in California. In other words, it usually goes from California to New York.
And then us.
And then us. Or us. I mean,
did you hear?
Governor Polis would love nothing more than for us to be called California or Colorado. We are truly a clone of everything that's done there. They eventually bring here. And here's what I'm afraid of. If you want to stifle economics, then you start controlling things that don't need controlling. Financial statements, if I want to borrow money from someone and they ask for a statement from me, they can dispute what I put down there. They may know that car may, and this goes to cars and everything, artwork. They're not asking for appraisals on a financial statement. Do you understand that? They're asking for opinions. They are not requiring. It doesn't even say what exactly is this worth. And when it comes to the other part, the loan to values, those are established by a third party, and the lender decides what LTV to do based on value from a third party. Those are the facts. There is nothing to justify what happened. She's confused, man. See, people are thinking he got loans on buildings that weren't worth it. God.
I do want a Trump bobblehead, though. I just refuse to pay $30 for one.
You gonna buy his shoes too?
No, those are some ugly ass shoes.
I bought the Bible.
Yeah. Did you really?
No, did you?
No, God.
Oh.
What's that?
His Bible.
Trump's Bible for $60.
I didn't even know he had a Bible.
He's selling Bibles.
He's selling Bibles.
Who is?
Donald Trump.
Bibles? Why? What does it say on the Bible?
It's probably a regular Bible with his signature.
I don't know.
Made in the shade. That's where you want to go for window coverings. Why? Because they make it in the shade. That's an expression means Hey, man, I got it made in the shade. And what you do when you call them is you get an expert, a designer, and a measurer, and they give you an estimate, and they tell you what you should have and make suggestions, and then you can choose low-tech, high-tech, in-between tech, cell phone controls, solar-powered, whatever. And then they put it in a package if you like it. They install it. It's a wonderful way to do business. DenverShades.co. You're made in the shade when you go with them. Anything you can think of. Denver, and it's DenverShades.co. That's made in the shade, 720-458-6566. Sheridan Auto Tech, honesty, integrity, value, and they do electrical issues, man. That is a major deal right there. So if you want someone to even check out a used car, they do pre-buy inspections. If your car's under warranty, they can do your regular maintenance. Whatever you want, they have, and they do it with honesty and integrity and value. SheridanAutotech.com, Colfax, west of Wadsworth, 303-455-7242.
I found I can't find them for sale anywhere, but I found them on eBay for $120 a piece, but I still don't.
Skimmers?
No, it's called God Bless the USA Lee Greenwood Bible.
Inspired by Lee Greenwood.
Yeah, well, that's not what this says, but I don't even know who the hell Lee Greenwood is.
He's a country singer.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, is it a regular Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got the Constitution on the front of it.
That'd be funny as hell, actually.
Yeah.
Guess who just texted me? Rolly Purifoy. I haven't heard from Rolly for years.
That's because he's agreeing with you.
Let me see what I have no idea yet.
That's right. We're not LTVs and exaggerated.
Oh, he said amen, yeah. Obama, Clinton, are you kidding me? Tom loves those
I'm
two.
talking about not politics. I'm talking about people. Obama's a really likable guy, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you met him somewhere, wouldn't you think he's a nice guy?
Who?
Get to Obama.
I voted for him twice.
I'd go have a beer with him.
Fuck yeah, I'd have a beer with him right now.
Right.
I would replace Obama or replace Biden with Obama in a heartbeat. God, he was like, Obama, seriously, it wasn't that fucking long ago, and he was kind of middle of the road. I literally voted for him twice.
Yep.
I said, Tom loves those guys but won't admit it. Because they know what you're thinking, not what you're saying.
But I'm not thinking I like their politics. Not at all. I like Reagan. I mean, I personally didn't like, I don't know. There's some, I'm talking about personalities. So I was going to be a friend with someone. I don't know. Nixon. Well,
Yeah, but I don't even, I was, I think.
Carter.
That's it.
I met Jimmy Carter. He is the nicest son of a bitch that ever lived.
I would love
That's
to meet
what I'm
Jimmy
talking about.
Carter.
I'm not talking about
Down to earth.
like, I don't know. There's something about Trump Jesus when he speaks, and he's like, it's like I just can't stand it. But would I vote for him? Yes.
Just a rancid personality, but I think he has good policies. But
Who?
No,
Trump-
but he has just as much of this crazy shit that they have to counteract.
Oh, no way, dude. On Easter, it's Transvestite Day or whatever. Give me a fucking break. I know it has since like 06. I get it. But, I mean, my God, why would he even go there on Easter, though? It was stupid. And the next time it'll happen on Easter isn't until like 2080. But I go back to the same thing. Why put yourself in that shitstorm? He didn't even know it was Easter, probably.
Probably did, Mark.
He's like, hey, there's a bunny jumping around at the White House. It must be Christmas.
Right.
Is Halloween here?
Mark, you're wound like a top today, man.
Well,
Twice they lied about Trump. Borders wide open. The left-wing media.
When it's on your mind,
Idiocy, deceit, and lies. It's just like a reality TV show, to be honest with you.
we're talking about it. 630 KHOW.
Hey, I I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So I did look it up on Google and some other places. The lawsuit was about exaggerating his wealth, inflating his wealth, and had nothing to do with loan-to-value ratios or bad loans. Nothing. They weren't saying that he exaggerated the value of buildings to get loans. That I could see. Like, let's say you paid off an appraiser or you goosed an appraiser to get a higher value, to get a higher loan. That, to me, would be fraud. But to do this, to say that you exaggerated your wealth and therefore you should pay a fine, there was no victim there whatsoever. None, zero, zippo. I don't care what you say. There's no victim. There's no victim, and there's no intent to defraud. Because if there was an intent to defraud, where's the fraud? Where is it? Where is it? Where was the fraud? If you have an intent to defraud, shouldn't there be a fraud? If you have an intent to commit murder but do not commit murder, and you do not, you're just thinking about it. It's not a crime yet, is it? Unless you do it. Now, if you do it, you can't say it was a mistake. It was involuntary manslaughter or something because you had the intent. So it becomes first-degree murder. In fraud, you have to have an intent to defraud. Otherwise, you still can be guilty, but it's not an intent. It wouldn't be a crime. It would be something else. This is no intent because no one was defrauded, and there is absolutely no victim.
So, but if your last name is Biden and you love blow and you love hookers and you love videotaping yourself doing blow and doing hookers and kicking money to the big guy, whoever that is, and it's all on video, you have not done anything wrong whatsoever.
Well, Joe has a question on tile. Joe?
Hi.
Hey, man, I'm wondering if you can wait. Now, your question on tile, is it something you're doing or something you did?
Something I want to do.
Okay, hold on. We'll give you some good advice. We have great tile people. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Can you believe this lawsuit has nothing? So
I'm so shocked you didn't know that, though. That's the uproar.
No, I knew.
The other one.
I knew that it didn't have anything
The
to do
other
with-
one, they literally, New York, once again.
I didn't know about the law. I knew about the lawsuit.
Listen, New York went back on the other one and changed the entire law for 1 year to go after Trump. And they did it with what's-her-face,
Wait a minute. How did they change it?
porn star or whatever. The statute of limitations ran. They went and changed it for a 365-day period and extended it to when the Stormy shit happened, and that was that. I mean, tell me that's not... It's crazy. Now the law is back to where it was before.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God,
Where
man.
is that?
What do you mean? That's
What
New
state?
York again.
You mean the statute of limitations on Stormy Daniels?
Yeah, they changed
did
it so she
extend
could
it.
come back after him.
That was not right.
I might have the Stormy one mixed up. That might be actually someone
That's
else
the
that
one
went after
that
him.
got the $82 million, right?
Stormy got the 82, but
no,
it was for
Stormy
defamation.
did not get the 82. The other woman did. That other woman got it.
Let me look here.
The $82 million
I know they
judgment.
extended it.
It was to the book writer, the gal that was accosted in a changing room. Stormy
What was her
Daniels
name?
is the one.
That's defamation.
Stormy Daniels is the.
Yeah, right here. In 2019, New York passed the Child Victims Act. Governor Kathy, we all know her. They created a 1-year look back for survivors of sexual assault that occurred when they were over the age of 18 to sue their abusers. It is that one. So she created a
Who's
1-year
this?
look
Who did?
back. Huh?
Who did?
Who did? The governor of New York, Kathy Hochul.
Yeah.
So listen to that. Created, and it's everywhere. A 1-year look back window for survivors of sexual assault that occurred when they were over the age of 18 to sue their abusers, regardless of when the abuse occurred. And then that's when they filed against Trump. Stormy. And then that's gone now. It's over. You can't do it now. So someone else that raped or abused or whatever.
So for 1 year.
1 year.
They could look back to any abuse anytime.
1 year.
Did any other lawsuits get filed during that time?
Right on. I do remember this. The very last day of that law, which I think was in the last 2 or 3 months, there were like 5 or 6 filed on people that we have heard of. I don't remember who.
Did they do that? Wow. Did they do that for like?
They did it purely to go after Trump. 100% to go after Trump.
Jean Carroll. Is that who you're talking
That's
about?
Gene. Yep, it is. It's Jean Carroll.
The one
I
who
knew
was
it because
because that was like 20 years ago.
Stormy Daniels was just a defamation. Am I saying that?
Sexually assaulted her.
Defamation.
She just accepted some money to keep her mouth shut. So I think she should give that money back.
Yeah, so he signed a deal with her saying, gave her an undisclosed amount of money to go away. And then they opened this law back up and she sued him again, even though she already took a settlement, which is another crazy thing. But didn't they get Cosby on that kind of too?
Cosby, they went past the statute of
I don't mean the
limitations.
criminal stuff. Yeah, you're right. They did. They did go past
was
it.
like 20
And that's
years.
why ultimately he got released from prison.
Right,
No,
'cause they
with
went-
Cosby, I think the thing with Cosby
The
was
DA cut a deal.
They cut a deal.
And a new
then
DA
the new
came
DA
in.
said, we're not going to honor it.
You're right. You're absolutely
And
right.
they said, we couldn't have a justice system like that. It would never work because you make a deal not to be prosecuted.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
As
It
long
was
as you
horrible.
admit to something. So he admits to it not to be prosecuted.
And then he's prosecuted.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's crazy. You shouldn't be able to cut a deal like that. I don't care what they did. And I mean that. I don't care what they did. That is crazy.
It's so sad what's going on with
I
this
don't know
Trump
why
shit. People are fucking crazy about Trump. They're crazy. They hate
Well,
him.
he's going to win, so.
See, I don't think he is.
I am. Well, once again,
I don't wanna
we know who was right last time.
I don't want to put money on it because I don't want to. I don't want to pray that he loses.
Well, if RFK gets into the.
I mean, I want to.
You could always pray that I win.
Yeah, but then I'd have to give you money, is what I do.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Mark, what are we going to do about Amazon servers? We can talk about that. We need to.
Yes, I'm almost there. There's 2 left.
Can I?
You can't do shit to it. Don't touch it.
No, I'm not touching anything.
Oh.
On your major radio, I don't. Where is it? Where's turned? Where is that being hosted?
It's on its own thing.
Is it on our server?
No, it's not on us. It's on a GoDaddy thing.
Okay,
Same
good.
thing you do.
Good, because they keep PHP and all of the.
Yes,
all of the
I
other
know.
shit
I know.
Up to date.
I know.
Like,
I have nothing on that server. The only thing on that server we care about is Frank. No, not even Frank. I got him off. Arta Granite's still on, and Joe, the banker. Those are the 2 on, and we're dealing with it. I already got Joe someone.
WordPress managed. You're on, right? Are you doing the WordPress managed?
I don't know. I just told Mike to
It
get.
is so.
I don't actually use GoDaddy. I use. It's just like GoDaddy, but it's whatever Mike uses. So
It's not okay because.
it's like $20 a month, man. I mean, I can't go wrong with it.
No, I know it. I just want to make sure you have because mine. It's a fucking amazing what they do for you, Mark, and they back it up. Everything. It's wonderful, and you make a phone call and you can.
I'll tell you what mine's called. Hold on. I heard of it before for sure. It's like Gator, maybe.
No, I don't see anybody better than GoDaddy, but maybe you found one. I mean.
No, I
probably
think they've
just
been
as
around
good.
forever.
Maybe just as good.
It's called HostGator. Mine's on HostGator.com.
Good. And they do all the back end for you, right?
Everything.
Can you?
They have plans as cheap as $2.75 a month.
Log on to that and make changes if you wanted to.
The WordPress.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a WordPress site hosted on that one.
Yeah.
And that one manages it, though.
I don't know. Yeah, they definitely manage it, but I mean, I don't know what that entails. There's not much to manage besides update the WordPress. Yeah.
No, the server would be the PHP.
Afternoons 4 to 6.
Wednesday at 4, with more and more polls showing President Trump is large and in charge. What does he need to do to seal the deal? And is Colorado in reach for the GOP and Trump? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Why are we using... Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we're just talking behind the scenes, and then I get, like, out of sync and think I'm home in the nursing home or whatever. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're here to help you solve your problems, answer your questions, take complaints. I want to go right to Courtney because right now things are closing on that auction. If you love auctions, go to rollerauction.com, all right? And then when you go there, look for buy and build kitchen and bath. That's an auction. It ended, the first item closed at 1, and then he's going to explain what happens and how you can get screaming deals because there are still some items that have no bids. If you go in there, you can get them for anything. There is no reserve. Courtney, so things are closing. How is it going?
Well, it's going okay. Certain things are doing okay, and certain things are going really, really below price. And there's some really, really good deals to be had. Right now, we're on shower faucets that are closing for $20 for a tub and shower faucet.
Oh my God, those faucet sets are beautiful too. And then you have sinks.
Really good deals right now.
Vessel sinks. I saw some vessel sinks in the. I saw some vessel sinks that you buy for $300-$400, going for $20 and $30.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still there, sitting there. I'm looking at a couple of them right now under $75 anywhere. One at $60, one at $55, and on the next page, I think there's some at $20.
And they'll all be closing. And then right before it closes, what happens if you bid like a few bucks higher? What happens?
If you bid within 2 minutes of closing, it goes into extended bidding for 2 additional minutes from when you bid. So
that's
if
exciting.
You bid with 30 seconds left, the other person gets 2 minutes to.
Can you watch? Can you watch as people do that?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of watching the auction.
Can you watch the battle? Can you watch the bids actually coming in?
Yeah, in fact, somebody just bid on one of the vanities right now. And so it went back up. The timer went back up to 2 minutes. So that timer's actually ahead of the item.
I see it. It's like 4, 3, 2.
Oh, cool.
And you can kind of see it flash when somebody places a bid on it. And so
you're going to get screwed on some of this stuff, Courtney. I mean, I'm looking at stuff that's like $50 for a full kitchen cabinet thing.
I know it. I can't believe it. One guy bragged one time. I think he paid
on real quick and get those bids in.
Listen, I know a guy. He called the show, got a kitchen full of his whole kitchen for like $300 or $400, and he did it at the last minute. I know you're not happy about that, Courtney, but my listeners are. By the way, buy and build kitchen and bath 560 South Lipan. Trust me, when they're not on the auction, you still get great deals, and it's buyandbuild.net. But go to rollerauction.com right now.
If I look at something, I'm looking at this lot 455. Is it multiple undermount sinks or is it one, Courtney?
I think it's multiple. 450.
That's what's crazy. So for $17, I mean, this would only be for a contractor.
That's only
one sink.
Wait, well, 450. Hold on.
He's going to
look. No, it is 2 sinks, I think.
Wow.
No, that's a.
Oh, it's one double sink.
One double sink.
It's a kitchen sink. Yeah.
I see, but it's
only $18
or $17. Yeah.
What kind of sink is that, Mark? Is that stainless?
It's just a big stainless steel kitchen sink, a double like you'd find in almost every house. $17. How much is that at like Home Depot?
$250, $300 at Home Depot, and you can get it right now for less than $20.
Less than $20. Rollerauction.com. Right, Courtney, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We love being part of it. Joe has a question on tile. Joe, what is your question on tile?
Tom, I just want to try and pivot from LTV to LVT, if we can.
LVT.
Let's get Buddy Mitchell on.
Yeah, we'll get Buddy Mitchell on from Simply Floors. But what's your question? Now, you're talking about luxury vinyl planking, LP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm looking at laminate tiles. I'm looking at LVTs. And I'm wondering what do I have to look at? I know with the laminate tiles, you look at the thickness of the laminate on top. Is there a similar number that I want to look at with?
Well,
LVT vinyl tile.
Technically, LVT is kind of a laminate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you're making.
I think you got to look more environment. And
Are you talking
we'll
about wood laminates, right? You're talking about a wood laminate over LVT, right?
Well, they have the like the Pergo floors that are a picture of wood.
That's
over,
right. That's right.
I think it's environment. You want waterproof? Do you want scratch proof because you have dogs? I think it's not necessarily the thickness, but the environment.
Yeah, let's ask Buddy. We'll get Buddy on. He's on right now. Hold on. Let's just talk to him. He's our expert. Buddy, I know that we asked this a million times, but we have so many listeners tuning in and out. Explain what a laminate floor is.
It's a wood core with a piece of paper on it and a finish on top of that.
And the paper looks like wood, right?
Looks like wood or whatever, or tile or whatever. So
okay, so it's a core, a wood core with a paper on top of it with a finish to keep that paper on there, and it looks like whatever you want it to look like. That is called a laminate. Now, what is an engineered floor?
That is usually plywood with a solid piece of real wood as the top part
so that's
of the
different.
plywood.
So there's engineered floors, there are laminate floors, there are solid hardwood floors, and then explain to him what LVP is.
LVP, in as it's known today, is an engineered vinyl. It's sheet vinyl that they've engineered to go together like a laminate or an engineered floor.
Now, does the
and
LVP
it's made out of plastic?
Yeah,
it's made out of plastic. LVP stands for luxury vinyl plank,
right?
Or luxury vinyl tile. The only difference between the two is one looks like tile and the other looks like wood.
Okay,
right?
Now on the LVP or LVT, is the top finish a picture, or is it plastic, or is it paper? What is it?
It's paper.
Oh, it is.
So
okay.
It's the same thing as laminate. Okay.
Except
and
the
then
core.
On top of, the core is made out of plastic and stone or plastic and wood. WPC stands for wood polymer core. SPC stands for stone polymer core.
What do you like better? What do you like better, stone polymer or the wood polymer or the plastic or the stone or the engineered floor or the laminate floor? What do you like better?
Well, it depends on what the homeowner's looking for. If they're looking for water protection, LVP is better at that. Okay, it is not waterproof. That's a lie. It's waterproof topically, so if you mop your floor with a lot of water, it won't get damaged. High-end laminate, like Revwood or Restoration Collection from Mannington, those are now topically waterproof. They used to not be. They fixed that. And, if I were going to put in a floor in my house, I'd put laminate.
You would. Over LVP. Now, what about engineered floor? Why wouldn't you put an engineered floor in?
I have that in my house. That's what I put in. But it's not nearly as durable as laminate.
Wow. Okay. So, Joe, do you have a specific question for him on this?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of price difference between different styles or different types of planking. And I'm wondering how I determine it. Should I pay more? Should I pay less? Are they all the same? What do I look for in the specifications on the stuff?
Well, buddy, what do you think?
I'm gonna. Really, you pay what you get for. You get what you pay for.
That's right.
Okay.
I'd say a good bang for the bucks at Proximity Mills. What do you think of that stuff, buddy?
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Let me just say this to you, okay? If you want an engineered floor and you want a really good engineered floor, you're going to spend $7 to $12 a square foot. It is going. What the benefit of real wood or engineered wood, which engineered wood is real wood.
Yeah.
Okay. is every plank is different. When you put it down, it looks like $1 million floor in $1 million house, okay? If you go down to the Buell Mansion Estates, right, down here in Denver where, like, Broncos live, right, and you go into those houses, those floors have wide wood floors. Every plank is different. Everything about them is beautiful and luxury, okay? The problem with them is if you have a 65-pound golden retriever or a 100-pound golden retriever or a Rottweiler and he runs across your floor, you're going to get grooves in your floor where his nails dig into it, okay? You can get really, really close looks-wise with a laminate. Laminate, when you put it down, it's really hard to tell the difference between a good quality laminate and an engineered floor. Where you're going to see the difference is in the pattern repeat, okay? Meaning a piece of laminate about every sixth or eighth board is going to be pretty much identical. And so if you're sensitive to that, you're going to see that. Same exact thing with laminate. Laminate about or LVP. LVP about 6 or 8 boards. LVP has a couple of benefits cost-wise. Laminate and engineered wood has to go down on the original floor, meaning your plywood subfloor or your concrete. LVP can go over nailed down wood. So if you have an older house and you're going to put down and you have wood in there, like, 2 1/4 inch red oak, you can put a thin LVP. LVP is really thin, but the stone core stuff doesn't dent. It's really, really durable. When you go durability, you go porcelain tile, then you go laminate, then you go LVP, then you go engineered wood. Engineered wood is what, like I own a flooring store and my wife wanted the most beautiful floor she could put in, and that was an engineered wood floor. It was also kind of dumb for us because we have 2 golden retrievers that weigh about 70 pounds, and when they run across our floor, they mark it up. So we have little area rugs everywhere to prevent that. If we would have put in a laminate floor, people would say, oh, that's cheaper, and it is. It's a lot cheaper, but you can get almost the same look out of a laminate floor as you do engineered wood or real wood.
All right, now.
And then LVP, I can always tell that an LVP.
Buddy, I'm going to tell you something. Go ahead. Sorry, Joe. Go.
Is the laminate more slippery for dogs in particular than the vinyl?
No.
It's about the same? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, you need to spend on, whether you go LVP, laminate, there's been a race to the bottom, okay? And when which I mean is LVP came out on the market. It was Cortex. They invented the stuff, or they were the first. Cortex was the first company to introduce engineered LVP in the United States. And when it came out, it was about $5 a square foot, okay?
Right.
Between 2010 and 2024, the price, they've got it down to where you can buy it for $225.
Now,
that $225 stuff is junk.
Now, buddy, I got to take a break, but here's what I'm going to tell him, and I don't know why it's not obvious to him. Joe, what am I going to tell you next? Go to Simply Floors.
Go to buy and build.
Go to no that auction there. I don't know if they have any of those floors, but here's what I wanted to tell you.
No, I'm just.
No, there's nothing wrong with that rollerauction.com. They're closing right now. But here's what I want to tell you. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Buddy and Karen, there's no one better. There's really, honest to God, no one better than Buddy and Karen. Simply Floors Inc. Hey, Buddy, one quick question, okay? I know a few weeks ago you were down. You had to cancel your here because of your voice and your throat.
My voice?
I can still hear it. Are you still sick, bro?
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, and I went to the doctor yesterday, and they're going to give me some steroids to get rid of the
holy crap
scratchiness. Yeah, there's 2 people in my office got it too, and they took antibiotics and everything, and nothing helped until they took steroids.
My God, because when you were sick, and then I still heard it today, I thought, can that possibly be? Well, I got to take a break. Thank you, buddy. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Had to get steroids in the last month because they couldn't get over whatever.
Oh Jesus! That time I got laryngitis, I was out for a fucking week, but I was feeling great.
Did
I
they
just
give
couldn't
you
talk.
Steroids?
No, but you remember what? Remember
he
that?
sounds sick.
Last
I
year.
remember it was
A
shocking.
whole week.
I know.
And I wasn't that sick, but I couldn't talk.
I called you that week, and
It
you were
sucks.
like, I can't talk.
It sucks when you can't talk. It ruins everything.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the schnitzel out of order.
That's right.
Let's talk to Joe Chiano, certified financial planner, and truly, he knows his stuff. He wants to talk about the baby boomer dilemma, the movie we've been promoting for March 9th, 7 o'clock. You got to call for tickets, AMC Southlands. Joe, what do you want to say about it? You saw it before. Tell us truly what it's about.
Well, it's an exciting movie, Tom, to begin with. And secondly, it really brings up to light the problems that people are having at retirement or getting ready to retirement. Retirement is on a dilemma right now. The stock market is up and down all the time. People are losing money. But most people do not understand that there's other alternative ways to retire besides the stock market. So for people that may have a 401k, an IRA, or any other retirement account, attending the movie is going to be phenomenal for them.
What age range would you say is best to come see the movie, Joe?
Anybody that it's over maybe in their 50s or later, like all the way to if they retire right now, even 70s or even,
Yeah, because if you have money, you can convert that. And Joe, here's what people don't understand. If you have lump sum in the stock market and you're getting ready to retire, you don't keep it there, or in your 401k, you can convert that and literally start taking income. You don't have to wait, do you?
No, you don't. You can actually get an immediate income.
And it's
30
guaranteed.
days after they transfer the money.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
For the rest of their life
Now,
without having to worry about losing it.
What website?
Now, it's mymoneymyway.com.
I'm going. Are you going?
Oh, of course.
Suzanne's going.
Thank you, Joe. mymoneymyway.com, or you can call them 303-779-6600, 779-6600. All right. I want to talk about redrocksrs.com, Red Rocks Roof and Solar. And by the way, they do it all from sales to service to installation and everything in between, including the financing, the tax credits, and the grants. That's redrocksrs.com. Oh. What are these chart updates? Oh, annuity.
Zero resified.
I may have to.
What?
I might have to buy an annuity from Joe.
Oh.
I really think I need to buy one.
We were going to.
You should.
No, I already got one, and I got a giant one, and the income. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Okay, we're online all the time.
Remember our.
Suze, I'm forwarding you some from Zero Res. He says they haven't heard from us.
What?
It's not a big deal. Just
Heard from us for what?
The invoice. I don't know.
I sent her everything yesterday. She wanted. Just send it to me. I'd like to see it.
I just sent it to you.
I'm very confused.
Okay, influencer survey.
To my spam folder. I'll follow up. I don't know what this is about.
Well,
but I have a different gal.
It's the endorsement, right?
No, I'd have a different gal. I deal
Oh,
with.
they switched to another agency. This guy.
Oh no, she has the same.
All right, whatever.
I'll deal. I'll figure it out.
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 K-How.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome, let's talk. We have Richard. He's a frequent texter to me. You have a question. Go ahead, Richard. What's going on?
Tom, I've got that roller auction website open. Tell me how to get over to buy and build.
Okay,
area.
if you're at rollerauction.com, it was on the front page, and it should be. Let me just find it, okay?
What I see are 5 categories.
No, if you go to, okay, let me look at it right now. Rollerauction.com, and I may have to, and if you go on there, you see, damn it, I just want to try. Okay, let me look at it here. Buy and build is the very first frame, the very first one, buy and build. If you're at rollerauction.com, ROLLER, do you see buy and build?
I am. No, rollerauction.com /. That's the homepage. I see Colorado's Premier Online and 5 categories.
Okay, you got to move down below that, and it says auctions.
Upcoming
right.
auctions.
That's right. Then over to the left, the first one, buy and build. See it?
I just see buy. Oh yeah. I see it, Tom. Thank you.
Then go to the bottom and hit bidding available right now. Hit that.
Did you see the Stretch Armstrong like hot dogs?
No,
they're toys. They're like Stretch Armstrong, but they're hot dogs and buns.
Oh my God. Anyway, Keith, what's going on with you, Keith? Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's happening?
Hey, Tom. I have a question. I have a friend who had a car repossessed, and I am wondering, is there any legal requirements for them to notify?
No. They don't notify. Of course they don't notify you. That's the whole idea of a repossession.
It's all in the agreement.
Now, they have to have a promissory note. They have to have, which is a loan, and a security agreement under the rules and procedures of the UCC. And then they have to have, well, that's it. And then usually what's worse about a repossession is they can accelerate the loan if you want to get it back. They can choose in most loans to make you pay it in full and not just the arrearage to bring it up to date.
Now, if they did not break the rules in the contract and they were up to date and they repossessed it, they might be able to get something done for sure.
Yeah. If it was repossessed and they really had paid, like
a mistake.
Tell us your story.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is not beforehand, but aren't they required to tell you if the car was repossessed after they repossessed it?
No. Nope.
Because they sat there and
they will eventually tell you they're going to sell it.
They do this. They do call up the police. I don't know if it's Colorado State Patrol or the county, and they tell them. So if it gets reported stolen, it's not.
Well, that's what happened is they reported the car stolen, but then on the day that it was supposed to go to auction, they said, if you don't come up with the money today, I'm like, you could have told them this 48 hours, within 24 to 48 hours after you repossessed it, but you waited until the 12th day.
Hold on. Are you saying that they held it for 12 days and the day before the auction said, you better pay or we're selling it?
Yes.
I'm not sure about that. I'm really not. To be very honest with you, I'm not sure what the notification requirements are for redeeming that, for selling it. I'm really not, for liquidating that.
I think if it was a buy here, pay here, it could be contractual when you purchase the vehicle.
No, but there are still codes. The Universal Commercial Code, no matter what, your contract can't supersede the UCC. I just need to know, I need to figure this out and look in my past calls. I don't know, after a repossession, I do not know if they have to notify you before they sell it, how many days before the sale do they have to notify you? I don't know the answer, but we're going to find out. Hold on. I'm going to try to find out, all right? So don't go away. 303-713-TALK. Gene, what is your question, Gene?
Oh, hi. I have a question on contract law. My daughter had a contract for an event this summer, and the event was canceled. But the contract includes service and consumables, like plates and beverages, as well as a gratuity and a damage deposit. And the contract was written such that she has to pay the entire in full.
No, wait a minute. She had a contract with a venue to provide stuff?
Right.
And what was going on at the time, this event? What was it?
She was engaged to be married, and the engagement is off.
Well, oh, wait. She was going to get married at this venue.
Right. Yes.
Okay. And so it was a wedding venue, and she signed a contract for it. And
yes.
In the contract, they had to provide a bunch of stuff, which now they don't have to provide. And how long did she have? By contract, they will specify what the liquidated damages are. And usually you get less damages to pay the sooner you cancel. So how much time before the event did she cancel?
About 3.5 months.
Okay, so about 3.5 months before she canceled. What does the contract say in the event of cancellation? What does the contract say?
It's worded such that it needs to be paid in full.
It is worded that way. That if she canceled the day after she signed it, she wouldn't have had to pay in full, would she?
Yes. Yes.
That doesn't make sense to me because they can mitigate that damage. But how long ago did she sign it? How much? Like a year before the wedding, or what?
Oh, I think it was signed in February, and the event was in late June.
So okay, February, March, April. Okay, well that's not a lot of time. That's why. So her contract said that if she cancels at any time, she's going to pay the whole thing.
Yes.
Now you're saying that doesn't seem fair because they didn't have to provide anything, right?
Correct.
Okay, I get your reasoning, and contracts do have to be reasonable. However, you might lose this one. You really how much is she going to have to owe? How much? The deposit and what's the whole charge altogether?
It's in the ballpark of $7,000.
So, did she put a deposit down?
She did, and there was a payment schedule, so everything right. So she had about like $1,800 left, which they promptly billed her.
So she thought she was going to get at least some of the money back.
Right.
This is very unfortunate because you might lose this one. The contract would have to be considered unconscionable for you not to lose it, and I mean for you to win. I don't know if it's unconscionable that 3.5 months before a wedding venue they want to be paid in full. And I know you're making the argument that they had to supply certain things. Do you know the value of the hard goods they had to supply?
The venue itself was $3,000, and the rest would have been like tips and beverages and plates.
Huh. I don't know. I really don't know on that one because you can make the argument that they can sell those plates and beverages to mitigate damages. But I don't know. What you might want to do, listen, is pay it, okay? And then, because by contract you have to pay it, and then you may want to do a small claims court saying that you feel you should get some back. I don't know. You're not going to get all of it back.
Right.
At best, you would get back the plates and beverages, in my opinion, but that's not a legal opinion. That's a logical opinion. But that doesn't always work. What do you think, Mark? Do you think if she paid in full, she would go after them and say, listen, you didn't have to give me the plates. I get the tips and I get the venue, but I don't get the materials. I don't know what a judge would say.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a crapshoot, Gene. It's a crapshoot. And no telling what would happen on this.
Hey, on this repossession deal,
yeah,
it's kind of interesting. So this is from an attorney's website in Colorado.
Yeah,
that
that's
talks
what I'm
about
looking
it.
up at the same time. Go ahead. Okay, let's take this break and come back.
It's
I want to
really
know.
interesting.
I want to know if they have to notify you
found
before
out.
they sell the car.
Hey, Bo, I wanted to chat at you for a few minutes. Okay.
This says they have to notify you at this summary. The specific requirements are outlined in the UCC, which governs transactions.
Now there's more to it, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, do you want me to tell you
No,
now?
I don't want to rehearse. No. They notice must be sent to the borrower within a reasonable. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and he's someone I use on the show as an expert because with an accident, there are so many moving parts with an auto claim. So you want to know, what should I do? And I'd like to know, because I tell them, call John for a free consultation and find out about your claim. But exactly how much they learn there, John, when it comes to your actual initial consultation?
Well, I think you guys know that at my core, I just hate seeing people get taken advantage of by insurance companies. That's just something that motivates me every single day. And so when I have an opportunity to talk to a new person about an accident, there's two things going on. Number one, I want to just help give them information so that they know how things are supposed to work, so that they're not misled by an adjuster that's telling them the wrong thing, or some health insurance company that's telling them something different, or even some doctor's office that's telling them something completely different. And so that's like goal number one. The second goal obviously is to see if there's a match and we can do business together and I can help them out. But no matter what, you're going to leave that conversation knowing more about the process and about how things are supposed to work than you knew when you came into the conversation. And so if we don't end up doing business and you at least walk away with that, I'll feel like I at least, did something good for the day.
And you know what? That's really well said, because that's what people need. They need complete information, know where to go. And of course, if you hire John, he pledges to handle your case personally. You get a cell phone number. You can call or text at any time. I always say you start out with a phone call. You will notice the difference at Fuller Law. That's 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, or myaccidentlawyer.co. Hey, DenverRegen.com. You know what that means? Denver Regen means weight loss when it comes to semaglutide and tirzepatide. These are things there's a shortage on the market now, but with DenverRegen.com, you can get them. You can get them for as low as $250 a month with all your supplies and doctor's consultations. They can even help treat with diabetes if you need the drug for diabetes because you can't find it elsewhere. DenverRegen.com. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I want to get to HOA and solar, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you got to hit solar.
I know.
You love, Clinton and Obama so much that you forgot about solar. And that's all they push is solar. This is crazy. It all lines up like the stars, and you're forgetting about it.
What are you talking about?
Biden loves solar. He's pushing solar. Mark is solar.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Biden, but you haven't been talking about solar. It's not aligning.
He's a Democratic shill here.
No, I'd say he's probably an old, what'd they call him?
Democrat.
What are the old Dems called? The normal ones.
I don't know, but I am.
What do you mean, normal?
Like a red dog Democrat or something. I just made that up.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, just middle.
I really am. I just am so sick of politics and crap.
I skew a little right on everything, on economy and education, all that shit. But with society and lifestyle, I don't give a shit. Leave people alone. Leave them alone.
Yep.
I mean, look.
Tom, I live in a pretty nice neighborhood that's got $1.2 million homes. 3 blocks away, people are shooting each other at a hotel that's being fucking leased for homeless people. That is whack. And I'm not heartless. People have problems, and I get that. But there's 4 homeless communities that surround Steadful Park. What do you think's happening? Theft has gone up. Look at the crime rates in Stapleton. It's not the people that live there; it's the people coming in and stealing from where we live.
Did you guys hear that someone from the mayor's office came out and he was talking to, they call them newcomers now, and he's talking to them in Spanish. And Tom, they go like this. He goes, "Look, we're out of resources. We don't have any place for you to live. We don't have any food or money for you. But what we will do is give you a bus ticket to go to wherever,
Canada, anywhere,
to anywhere.
Yeah.
Who wants to leave and take us up on the bus ticket?" Not one person raised their hand. Then they said, "Who wants to stay?" And I guess everybody did. Yeah. I only saw the audio or heard the audio clip.
What does he need to do to seal the deal? And is Colorado in reach for the GOP and Trump? Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Okay, Jay wanted to know, Keith wanted to know what goes on when they repossess the car and they sell it. They called him the day before and said, you can pay it off or we're going to sell it. And Keith wants to know, why didn't they notify this guy before? They had it for 12 days. Mark, what does the law say there?
It's interesting. So the first question I would have for him, do you know if that vehicle ever got repoed before, or did they ever, and I don't care, from the time whoever owned it till now, were they ever more than 10 days late on the payment?
Well, they, at one time...
What does that have to do with it?
I'll tell you once I get the answer. Say that again.
But they at one time they were late on a payment, but they got it paid up on time, or they got it paid up within the period they gave them.
Okay.
But that was a few months ago, and this time it happened because their credit card got hacked, and they forgot to update their auto pay with that old credit card.
So Colorado law says 10 days they can start the repossession process. That doesn't mean actually repossessing the car. That means basically send a right to cure the debt. So if they ever did that in the past, they only have to do it once. So if you fall behind on payments a second time, they don't need any notification, period, end of story, to go get the car. Now let's talk about after they do get the car and it's in the bank or the dealer's possession. They can do whatever they want with it at any time they want with it.
Really?
Lenders...
Can they get it and then sell it the next day?
Most lenders, if you came up with the entire amount owed on the vehicle, plus whatever the repo fees are, plus whatever the storage fees, whatever's available by law, then they might give it back to you, but they don't have to.
Now, they said for
are you kidding me?
And that's all from... I'm going to give this woman...
Let me ask you this. So if they notify you...
Yeah.
Then they take the car after notification. It's not a notification that we're going to repossess the car. It's a notification that you have to pay your debt. If you don't do it, they can take your car, and after they take it, they owe you they owe you nothing.
Yeah. So this is from the law office of Clark Daniel Dre. She's in Colorado. I'm sorry, he's in Colorado. But it basically says the first step in the repossession process is the notice of right to cure. This informs you you're behind in payments. Then...
Once that's done,
then
it's done.
you have 20 days to catch up on payments. If you're able to come up with the money, the process stops and things go back to normal. However, if you ever fall behind again, the lender is not required to send any notices whatsoever, and they can come repossess the car. Now, once it's in the repossessor's possession, they can do whatever they want with it.
Wow. So the answer, Keith, is they can do it. I'm sorry, man. They can do it.
Yeah, look up the law office of Clark Daniel Dre, and you'll see what I'm reading.
Now, Jay has a comment on this woman who called with a contract for a wedding at a venue. She canceled 3.5 months before the wedding, and they're still charging her the full amount. By contract, it says the full amount is due. But her argument is you didn't have to supply beverages or plates. What's your comment, Jay?
A couple things. One, whatever the value of that is, I'd definitely just meet them at the venue and say, good, bring it to me. I paid for it.
Oh,
so when you get there,
I never thought of that.
When you get there, the odds are if it's a nice weekend and somebody wanted it, they've already had backup plans. People are already going to be there. Then that's egregious. they're charging them for something they had.
Well, wait a minute. How do we know? I'm trying to think of the last wedding I went to. I think we actually had plates. So I don't think they're literally charging for the plates. I would think it would be for the cleaning and that form of stuff. Or do you think they're literally charging like you get to take home the plates? Or are we talking their paper plates?
No. If they were glass in China and all that, then they're charging for use. Hold on.
I don't think I've ever been to a wedding and ate off a paper plate.
They're charging for use of the stuff. Well, I doubt. I don't know. To me, whatever it is, if it's disposable, if they're disposable, yeah. If you paid them, you should get them. If not, if it turns out they're glass china, then or whatever, then that means reusable stuff. That means you paid for the use of them. So, but they could give you the beverages.
I look at it as anything else. I want to take a little step back on here. If I buy a plane ticket and it's not refundable and I bought it a year in advance and I decide 6 months out I'm not going to go, that's on me. I think it's going to fall back to the exact same thing. A hotel, anything. They made an agreement, and I would assume they signed a contract saying that there is no backing out of this. It is what it is.
No, and they admit that. 303-713-8255.
What do you want to press, Mark?
Well, we'll talk.
I mean, do you have anything in particular?
Yeah, we got this commercial solar thing we're really trying to kick off big time.
Cool.
Take advantage of the, you can receive up to 55 to 70% of the system cost with the
grants,
incentives and shit.
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunity for these commercial guys. And the big thing with Excel in Denver, they're making all these commercial building owners put in heat pumps and convert to all electric. Well, that's going to, who benefits from that?
Yeah.
Excel. Big time.
People are starting to really like those heat pumps, too.
Yeah. I just sold one yesterday with solar. Hand in hand.
What was I going to say? Damn it. We got a listener. His name is Kevel. He's an older guy. His son flies Blackhawks. And he landed over the weekend twice in Haiti.
EuroPlumbingColorado.net has the deals on water heaters. Some would say they're steals because no other company can touch them. If you want a 40-gallon tank fully installed, the old one taken out and hauled away, you get that with new gas flex line and new supply lines for the water, hot and cold. Here's what happens. You get that for $13.99. If you want a 50-gallon, it's $14.99, no matter what size you want. They do it, and they do it better, and they are quicker, and they do it cheaper than anyone. 303-668-6844, 303-668-6844, EuroPlumbingColorado.net. Hey, Zero Res Denver. When you say Zero Res, you're saying no residue. You're saying really clean. That's what I consider Zero Res. Now listen to this one. Zero Res not only doesn't use anything harmful, but they have wonderful softened, purified water, the best cleaning agent in all of nature. And they call it getting zero-fied. Yeah, they use less water, dries faster, stays clean longer, and no matter how you spell Zero Res, it always spells clean. I love it. Safe for kids, safe for pets, safe for you. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150. 471-5150. John Fuller, we just heard from John. He's an expert on auto accidents. I hope you don't ever need him because it means you've been injured. Or if you have questions, you can always call John. Now listen, here's what he'll do. He'll talk to you. Unlike most firms, you actually get to talk to John, not a call center. You talk to him, he'll give you free legal advice. If you hire him, he works on a percentage fee basis. You get his cell phone number even that you can call or text at any time, and that's real. That's real. You'll notice the difference. I call it the Fuller difference, the Fuller law difference. Give him a call, 303-597-4500, 597-4500, and that's myaccidentlawyer.co.
Yeah, he flew out people.
He flew into Haiti?
Yeah, and they flew out.
What's that?
Wow. One of our listeners, his kid's a Black Hawk pilot, and he flew into Haiti yesterday and picked up all the embassy fucking people there for us. That's amazing.
What does that mean?
That means Haiti right now is like a war zone beyond. It's like the poorest war that's ever been fought.
Poorest war in an incredible civil war.
It's crazy.
Run by gangs.
It's like that exactly.
Yeah.
Like the old what was that movie, Gangs in New York?
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy. There's no law and order whatsoever.
None.
But they don't have like bazookas and shit. I mean, well, maybe they have some stuff. Everybody's got those AK-7s, the Russian ones. Everybody. But they don't have like any real military or anything.
Well, the military is afraid of them. I mean,
I would be too.
Isn't that crazy? They got nothing to lose.
It's like Mexico, though.
Yeah.
Those cartels grease all of them. So what'd you think being in the first time, man?
Well, you guys are really busy people. I bet you just kick back, had a cigar, and no rum and coke. And you guys are on the computer banging things out.
Gotta work.
You gotta
work.
Well, if you weren't sitting that close to Tom, what was that CNN guy's name that was on the Zoom?
Tubin.
Tubin. Sometimes Tom starts tubing.
It's funny.
Tom finds us funny half the time.
Yeah. Actually, he's
the other half he doesn't find
somehow
out
he
funny
tunes
either.
me out. It's pretty remarkable, actually.
Completely opposite.
Most people can't do it.
He's going to come in
I'm
tomorrow.
very interested in doing it. Like I said, I'm retired after 40 years, and I want to come in tomorrow. And
You'll have fun, man.
He's going to come in tomorrow and observe too, and just.
Cool. We'll throw you a case.
We have to come the banker.
In real estate issues, I own some rental property in apartment buildings, and I'm always dealing with landlord-tenant stuff. I'm not a lawyer, but
What is this, Vinny?
Cheat sheet for you.
You need to put some solar on those apartment buildings.
What's that, sir?
Put some solar on those apartment buildings.
Well, you know, you're
You
right.
could do it for
Denver, they're
almost.
talking about
You
that
could
a
do
lot.
it for close to free, man. That's no joke, dude.
Just click the microphone to record your message. Talk back to Denver's talk station now.
Hi, Tom Martino. Don't forget waterpros.net for the best water systems, lowest prices, drinking water at the kitchen sink, just $1,400. Waterpros.net. Now, Mark, I'm going to get to my calls, but Mark, on solar, HOAs, can they prevent you from putting a solar system up?
No. In fact, they can only make an adjustment, but if it affects your system more than 10% loss, they can't do anything about it.
But obviously, if you have a condo or something, you can't do it. We're talking about single-family homes.
Nope. Condos, you can still do it. If you pay for your electric bill and you own your roof, you can do it.
Okay. So like a townhome, maybe. Okay. Now, what deals are going on right now? You are really getting into the financing.
Yeah, the commercial thing is really, the commercial installs are big right now in Colorado.
About with the
especially
best scenario, how much can be paid for in a regular solar system? Now, I know the rural systems have these special grants, but we're talking about in an urban setting with a commercial property. What's the most you can get paid? Do you think with everything all in, everything you can find?
That's a tough question to ask because it comes
70%,
down to
80%?
at least 70%. Yeah.
Well, that's
With tax
amazing.
depreciation. It's amazing. And we'll personally, our company will finance you through your RECs. So we've got some in-house financing that we'll do. All you got to do is call us for an assessment. We'll come out and do it for free.
623-1531, 303-623-1531, probidenergy.com. Now, first of all, I got to go to Joe. Joe, what's going on? You have a comment on this non-refundable venue contract. Go ahead.
I've got the perfect solution. Throw away, it's all paid for. 50 of your best friends and say,
go have a party.
It's all paid.
You know what? That's true, too. Go have a party. No matter what you paid for it. I never did ask why it was canceled. Maybe you could have a cancellation party or something with a new bow. I don't know. Who knows? Hey, Jay, you had one other comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tom. So basically, if you did show up there and it was already being used by someone else on the day you had paid for $7,000,
right?
would that sit well with you? I would want to go to court.
Oh no,
and
no,
check
no.
my
That's called double dipping. But you're allowed to double dip if it's in the contract. Where you can't double dip is if you do it in time. In other words, if you bring them somebody that would mitigate their damages and they don't accept it, that would be something. That's another something.
If she canceled it, is it too
But
late
if she
for Joe's
cancels it
plan?
flat out and they find someone else, they mitigated their damages, but you still are contractually obligated, I think. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I think we've had this come up before. I really do, where they found someone, but it was a hotel room, but they were still able to collect from these people.
Worse than that, during COVID, we had cases where you couldn't have too many people together in the same room, so they could only have 20 people show up at the venue with the distancing, and they wouldn't cut them any breaks.
No, COVID had a lot of ripoffs going on, man. Oh, my God. There were people that held people to contracts, and let's face it, it was such a weird time. How could you hold anyone, right? All right, I want to remind you again, ProBid Energy. I know these guys personally, good guys, probidenergy.com for solar systems. They have a real emphasis on your commercial systems getting paid, a lot of it getting paid. You ought to take advantage of it. Plus, you get paid every year by not paying electric. 303-623-1531. And I'm Tom Martino. You can call 303-MARTINO anytime for help.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
There are products that offer up to a 20% upfront bonus just for opening an account and up to 12% per year for retirement income. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I've heard from other advisors saying this is too good to be true. No, it's not. We are one of the few who can offer products like these because we're independent. We're not registered with a broker-dealer who tells us what we have to sell, and we don't